Joe? Hey, ain't we a picture of combat fatigue?
Gents, if we don't look like we need a week's leave on New Caledonia, we're in the wrong Navy. Down, boy.
I'll tell you, I still don't think Binghamton's gonna buy it.
He's gotta buy it. We got 1,100 Yankee greenbacks invested in them war souvenirs.
Either we get the New Caledonia and deliver the goods, or we look for a tall building to jump off of. So let's go, you bunch of kooks. Forwards!
Stagger! Now, see here, Colonel Pryor. According to my copy of your itinerary, Rita Howard has a free day on Wednesday. Now, I just thought it would be nice if you could bring her whole show over here from New Caledonia and put it on here on our... Oh, you can't. You won't? I should do what? Now, look here, Colonel, that's no way to talk to a... Hello there, Colonel. That's no way to... Well, that gold-braided pipsqueak.
Do you mean, sir, he had the nerve to hang up on you?
It's a bitter pill to swallow, I'll tell you, Carpenter. You know, Admiral Rogers is a great admirer of Rita Howard's.
Oh, and so am I, sir. I've seen all of her movies. And, sir, do you know she is built like...
Here. What's the matter with you? I know what she's built like. Oh, this is a foul blow. Foul blow. Admiral Rogers needs a new chief of staff. I wanted to have him down here, see the show, and then we could discuss the appointment. But now, I don't know.
Now you'll have to try for the job on merit. Tough luck, sir.
Yeah. Get out of here. Don't you have any friends of your own? Now.
Did you hear that? Rita Howard's in New Caledonia. Wow, what a dame. She's built like a...
We know. Boys, that Binghamton's steaming. Boy, oh boy, guys, this combat fatigue gag is out. I've just come up with an even better idea.
What are you talking about?
What gives, Groove? Christy, you got the best handwriting here, right? Come on. We're gonna write our own ticket to New Caledonia. And salute.
You cutthroats want me to give you a leave so you can go to New Caledonia?
I know it's a little irregular, going over the skipper's head like this, sir. But you see, it's a hardship case.
The only hardship that you bandits will ever face is running out of rackets. Now get out of here. Out.
Yes, sir. Sorry, Christy. Guess you just have to write your cousin Rita in New Caledonia and tell her the family reunion is off.
Well, I guess I can always see her in Hollywood after the war.
And at least you know you tried. And a trooper like your cousin, Rita Howard, knows the show must go on.
Just a minute, you two. Did you say his cousin, Rita Howard, the movie star?
Oh, no, Captain. I didn't say that.
Groove, you told and you swore that you would.
Forgive me, Chris. It slipped out of my mouth before I could stop it.
Do you realize what my life on this base will be now? Guys will be wanting my autograph, my picture. Why, guys will even be wanting to touch me. Yeah, see?
Lucky, I deserve it.
Come on, let's get out of here before you get me in any deeper.
Now, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that this golden-haired boy is a cousin to Rita Howard, the movie star?
No, Captain, I didn't say that.
Hey, Groove, my cousin's letter, it's gone. Oh, is this it? It's...
Dear Cousin George, I'm so happy to know that we'll be seeing each other in New Caledonia. I can hardly wait to give you a big hug and a kiss from your little sister, Betty.
Oh, please, sir, that's very personal.
First of all, I've got a whole day off Wednesday to do anything my little heart desires. Christopher, my boy. Do you suppose that you could get her little heart to desire to come here to our little base and put on a little show?
Captain, come on, Chris. Don't be so modest. You know she'd do anything for you.
Yeah, but how can I ask her? Now that we can't get our leave.
Who said anything about you? Did I? Carpenter, did you say anything about no? You say that? He didn't say anything about no leave. Are you boys still here? Why aren't you packing? Go pack. We can't keep Cousin Rita waiting, can we? Pack.
Of all the lame brain stunts, hold it, you swabs!
But it worked. It was a stroke of genius.
I'll stroke a genius, you. Christie!
Yes, sir?
So, all of a sudden you're a movie star's cousin, huh? Why didn't you go whole hog and make it rin tin tin?
We had to do something. If we don't get these souvenirs to New Caledonia, we'll go bankrupt.
Yeah, I made a great deal with Sergeant Wojciechowski. He runs the airstrip control tower there. You know, he's given us $3 grand for that bunch of junk.
And what do you think Binghamton will give you if Rita Howard doesn't show up?
Yeah, I give you 30 days for insubordination and 60 days for false report and 2 years for being absent without leave.
Hey, Skip, condition red. Binghamton's gig.
Oh, no!
Boy, hey, Fuji. I know. Head for the hills.
Yeah. You come with me. Ah, Captain Binghamton, sir. What a coincidence. I was just on my way over to your base, sir.
Never mind the apple polishing, McHale. I brought your leave papers with me. Oh, and now, my boy, I might have a little surprise for you when you get back, like, say, another stripe on that arm.
No, wait a minute, Captain. Before this goes any further, sir, about Miss Howard, sir,
I know about Miss Howard, McHale. It's no good to try and pretend like she is not Christopher's cousin. The cat is out of the bag.
Well, I'll try and find it for you, sir. It must be around here somewhere. Here, kitty.
I'm going to kill him one of these days.
Captain, what I meant, sir, was...
I don't care what you meant. My boy, this is a red-letter day in my naval career. A little jumpy boy, you all right? Don't be nervous. Now, I've invited Admiral Rogers over here for the show Wednesday, and I want to tell you he was delighted. He was absolutely delighted.
Admiral Rogers, Captain, you shouldn't have done that. I mean, what was it? You see, we're supposing Miss Howard didn't show up.
Yeah, you know, people get laryngitis and broken legs.
Yes, and people also get broken necks, plus 60 days in the brig, and that's what you're going to get if Miss Howard doesn't come here and put on her show Wednesday for any reason whatsoever. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, Captain, yes, sir.
And what are we stalling for? It's not polite to keep a lady waiting. Shove off, get moving, move out. Oh, my boy, don't hurt yourself. Cousin Rita would never forgive me if you hurt yourself.
Oh, yes, don't hurt yourself. All right, come on, let's go forward aft. Come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. Rita, we want Rita, we want Rita.
Hey, wow. Now that's worth fighting a war for.
Hubba.
Miss Howard, on behalf of the brave men of Taratupa, the fight in this PT base in the South Pacific, we'd like to...
All right, you guys, move on out.
It's all right, Corporal. I'd like to talk to
Sorry, Miss Howard. Colonel Pryor's orders. All right, come on, guys. Get on, move out.
Give the boys a hand. I'm going to make a direct run. Go ahead.
Right, Skip.
All right, you guys, hold that line. Like Admiral Dewey said, darn those torpedoes.
Told you guys you can't go in there.
Yeah, well, now, he may be right. Dewey didn't say anything about bayonets, you guys.
Gee, I'm sorry. I hope the boys didn't upset you.
Oh, not at all. In fact, you'd be surprised how much a thing like this can do for a girl's morale. Commander?
McHale, Quint McHale, ma'am. I'm a skipper of the PT-73 out of Taratupa. Look, ma'am, I want to be on a level with you. You see, one of my guys told a whopper to our commanding officer about you being his cousin.
Oh?
And he also promised that he'd have you on our base tomorrow. And frankly, if we don't deliver, we'll be fed to the sharks.
Well, I certainly couldn't let a thing like that happen. First, I'll have to clear it with the brass, and then... Oh, Colonel Pryor. This is Commander McHale from Taratupa.
How do you do, sir?
Commander?
We were just discussing the possibility of bringing our show to his base tomorrow.
I'm afraid that's hardly practical, Miss Howard, since we're flying out to Pearl Harbor tomorrow. I thought I made that perfectly clear to that pest Binghamton.
Oh, yes, sir. But, Colonel, Taratupa wouldn't be too far out of your way. Maybe you could sit down, say, for about an hour or so?
Negative, McHale. Now, if you will, Miss Howard, the General is waiting.
Sorry, Commander. I guess we can't fight the Pentagon. Bye, and good luck.
Bye, Miss Howard, and thanks for trying.
Well, Skip, what do we dead? All on account of that fink colonel.
Yeah, he's another Binghamton. All right, ease off, you guys. I'm trying to think.
While you're thinking, Skip, we'll get this stuff over to the airstrip and deliver this junk to Wachowski. At least that'll give us bribing money for the guards back at the brig.
Wachowski! That's it!
That's why.
What gives, Skip?
Hey, Groove, didn't you say that Wachowski was the control tower operator here?
Right. That's how he gets the worldwide delivery for the trinkets. You see, he lays out the flight plans. Of course! Skip, you're beautiful.
Hey, great idea, Skip. Yeah. All we do is get Wojie to reroute Rita's plane to Taratupa.
What we gotta do is to figure out a plan to get that colonel out of the action while we... Your Uncle Dudley's done it again! Let's get this stuff over to the airstrip. Okay, everybody, hopping out. You have to evacuate the plane. Let's go.
What are you doing here, McHale? And furthermore, what are we doing here?
Oh, you had to make an emergency stop, Colonel. Welcome to Taratupa, ma'am.
What's the trouble, Commander?
Epidemic on New Caledonia, ma'am. Yes, sir. They discovered it right after you left. So, isn't that right, Doctor? Doctor!
Oh, yeah, me. Well, that's why the dread cookberry fever struck. Let's move out.
Cookberry fever?
Yes, yes, that's right. It's a scourge of the Solomons. Why, the last time it hit, it wiped out thousands, millions, thousands.
I didn't think it was a million. No, right, all right. Come on, let's move out. Like to say, maybe your own.
Just a second. Now, who the devil are you?
Dr. Park at your service, sir. MD, DM, BBC, AM, and FM.
Now, look here, Doctor, whatever your name is, we are not budging until such time as I...
Here you go, fellas. Come on, here you go.
All right, everybody, line up against the wall. Let's move it.
Now, see here, they're expecting us at Pearl Harbor in just a few hours.
No talking.
Think that thermometer was in long enough, Doctor?
Oh, yes, it's the latest thing, instant mercury. Normal.
Oh, thank heaven.
Normal. Normal. Subnormal.
Subnormal, that's the first symptom.
Yeah. All right, everybody back. This man may be contagious.
Hey, all right, now, all you normals outside. Hurry, here we go. Stay right there, sir. Golly, Miss Howard, you don't know how happy I am that you're all right.
Yes, my fans would never forgive me if I died. Oh, cookberry fever. Instant mercury.
Hey, you mean you knew it all the time? And you're not sore? You'll put on your act for us?
Well, I'll never be able to top your act, but let's get the show on the road.
Let's get it on the road.
Welcome to Taratupa, Miss Howard. It's the fightingest PT base in the South Pacific.
Well, thank you, Captain. Captain Binghamton, isn't it?
Yes, but my friends call me Wally. Yes. Oh, Miss Howard, may I present to Admiral Rogers?
Awfully kind of you to stop off here, Miss Howard.
I don't see how I could have passed it up.
You'd do anything for me, Admiral. Anything. Oh, and Cousin George. Cousin George? I want to tell you, Miss Howard, this is a fine boy. He's almost like a son to me this morning.
Well, I'm sure the whole family would be delighted to hear he's being so well taken care of, Captain. Dear Cousin George.
Family reunions always affect them this way.
Oh, yes. How's Aunt Julius? I mean, Uncle Clary. Is she...
Well, it sounds like showtime.
Yes, gentlemen, we can't keep the troops waiting. I'd better change.
Oh, I'll show you where, ma'am. Right this way.
Oh, good. Admiral, shall we take our seats, sir? I want to tell you, a man with your background, you ought to be at least a chief petty officer, son.
You can't keep me here. My plane is due in Pearl Harbor at 2400.
Sorry, sir. Doctor's orders, you can't leave until he makes a thorough examination.
That's right, sir. Can't have you spreading kookaberry bugs all over the Pacific.
All right, this is the most out...
Here's the doctor now.
Can't be too sterile, you know, around the hospital. Gloves. No? We never use them in combat anyway. No. Take a look here. Pardon me, boy. Now, where does it hurt?
Where does what hurt? I never felt better in my life.
Oh, fine. Classic symptom, no pain. Well, now, we're just going to take a look here. Give me a light, please. You'll just lie forward. Face just straight up, please. Thank you. Wait. Another light. Now, let's see. They are. Excuse me, Constable. Well, the way I see it, it's definitely a marked inflammation of the anterior interior. If I'm not mistaken, it's hallucination of the central migraine area. And swelling in the lower epiglottis. Side.
Teddy's such a young man.
Will you stop mumbling and tell me what this is all about?
Easy now, Colonel. Mayo Clinic wasn't built in a day.
And I'll tell you something about your career in the...
Easy, please. Don't yell. I have a headache. Aspirin, please.
Shoo, baby. Shoo, baby. Bye, baby. Your mama's off to 7 seas. Don't cry, baby. Don't sigh, baby. Bye, baby. When I come back, we'll live a life of ease. Seems kinda tough now to say goodbye this way. But Mama's got to be rough now, so that she can be sweet to you another day. Bye, baby. Oh, don't cry, baby. Sure, baby. Your mama's off to the 7 seas.
Now, just relax, Colonel. This won't hurt a bit. Easy.
How's the patient getting along, Doctor?
Well, not too good. We're going to have to put him on a pretty strict diet. You know, starve of fever, feed of cold.
Oh, exactly.
No, feed of cold, starve of fever.
Oh, poppycock! I insist you let me up.
Oh, well, he insists. I will let him up to you.
McHale? What kind of doctor is this man? I've never seen such ridiculous medical procedure in my life.
Well, Colonel, you're probably used to Army doctors, sir. Dr. Parker here happens to be one of the finest medics in the Navy, sir.
I don't care what he is. He's not laying another hand on me. The Pentagon will hear of this. Now, where's Miss Howard? And where's our plane? And where are my clothes?
Guys, come here. We gotta keep him here until I can hustle everyone back onto that plane. Forgive us.
Skip, we can't do this. He's a colonel. Why, what do you want us to try?
You can try anything you want. After all, you're the doctor, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Just keep him in that dressing room. See you later, boys.
Yeah, well, I'm the doctor.
Miss Howard, wonderful. I loved your shoo-shoo. It was marvelous.
Oh, thank you, Captain.
It was awfully kind of you to perform for us, Miss Howard. We're certainly indebted to you and Colonel Pryor.
Colonel Pryor, well, he didn't have anything to do with it, Admiral. Isn't that right, Cousin George? Cousin Reed, I mean, if anybody deserves the credit...
By the way, where is the girl?
I thought I heard one of the musicians say he's at the base hospital, sir.
Base hospital? Well, Binghamton, maybe you'd better get over there and see if there's anything wrong.
Oh, well, I don't think that's necessary, Admiral.
No, I don't think that's necessary either, Admiral. In fact, I was planning on escorting Rita, Miss Howard, to the officers' club. Show her a little sample of Taratupa hospitality.
Well, I will attend to that little chore myself. Meanwhile, you set your course for the hospital and see what's wrong with the colonel. Howard?
Aye, sir. Wipe that smile off your face.
they're heading for the hospital.
What? Hey, Kip! Don't! Captain Binghamton, don't go! Get in here, come on. Get in here.
What is all this screaming about here? A minute, you mothers of mercy. Wait a minute. Well. Dr. Schweitzer, we meet again.
Yeah, Schweitzer, yeah. Well, I get back to the boys in the hut, yeah.
Wait a minute. Captain, there's a very simple explanation for all this, yes, sir.
In the name of the United States Army, I demand you open this door.
Who is that in there? Who? Colonel Pryor?
And you're Captain Binghamton, I take it. Well, I'm glad we had a chance to meet. Before I personally report you to the Secretary of the Navy.
Why would you report me? You broke the door.
I'm wise to your little scheme, Binghamton. Posing this imbecile as a doctor and locking me up so you could put on that show.
You're in just as deep as we are now, sir.
How dare you? Oh, what the hell? How dare you suggest that this imbecile is not a doctor? He's one of the top men in his field. Top man. Look at this equipment. Ever see anything like that?
Come off it! This imposter doesn't know his eyeball from his elbow. And where the devil are my pants?
Well, now, wait a minute. I resent that.
Oh, shut up. I mean, I'll handle this, Doctor. I'll handle this. Now, look here, Colonel. Look here. I can personally testify as to the ability of this ensign, this doctor, Parker.
That's right, sir. Well, the captain's a regular patient of this doctor all the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Of course, he's a bit neurotic, but what do you expect him, a hypochondriac?
Come right over here, sir. Sit right down here, sir.
He always imagines something wrong with him. Like
Yes, sir. Just that's it.
Well, we really got something this time. Primary whiplash, the secondary tertiary. Splint! Boss!
God! Nonsense!
Nonsense!
Hey, Skip, it's Admiral Rogers. He's heading this way.
Admiral Rogers is coming here?
Good! Then I can press my charges to him directly.
Chuck!
Can't be too sterile, sir.
Now, what's going on here, Binghamton? I was told you were having a little trouble.
Hey, Admiral.
No trouble, sir. Whatever gave you that idea?
Sir, Colonel Pryor at your service. I have a long list of serious charges to file against these men. For openers, they tried to pass off this nitwit Parker as a doctor.
Is that a fact, sir? Well, Colonel, I'll have you know that Dr. Parker here is one of the finest young medics in my command. I wouldn't think of having anyone else touch my ulcer. You wouldn't? Colonel, I'll give you exactly 10 seconds to change your mind and head for that plane. Or so help me. By the time it takes you to get there, you'll be a buck private.
Yes, sir.
And put on your pants. You'll have a uniform.
Colonel, before you start pressing any charges, Colonel, I want you to know I had nothing to do with this.
Oh? Well, then, McHale, I guess you have to take all the credit.
Me, sir?
Certainly. I have been practically hysterical ever since Miss Howard told me the story. It's about time someone put that pompous colonel in his place. Well done, Commander. Your plan was sheer genius. Oh, that was good.
This is an island in the South Pacific. For the past few days, Japanese observers have detected unusual activity here. The Japanese Imperial Air Force received its orders: attack. At this time, the Japanese did not fully realize the importance of this mission. But in just moments, they were to break up one of the greatest actions ever organized by elements of the United States Navy.
boys. 20 down.
Oh, go.
Hey! Come back, you cowards! I'm in the middle of a hot roll. My money's down. Someone cover me! Ah, not you, you miserable! Hey, you guys, we finished the game Saturday night, McHale's Island.
Okay, crew, we'll be there.
Don't forget, McHale's Island Saturday night. Where were you bums last week when I was losing?
Any sign of that boat yet?
Nothing yet, Skip. Well, you don't suppose something could have happened to those guys, do you?
Oh, gee, I hope not.
'Cause I want to have the pleasure of murdering those creeps myself. Taking a PT boat to a crap game in the afternoon.
I know how you feel, Skip. Especially when you wanted to use it to go fishing.
Yeah. Here, let me have those glasses. Doggone those guys. Oh, no.
What do you see, Skip?
I see us in a stockade for the duration. It's Binghamton.
Binghamton? I've been ahead for boondocks.
Yeah. Boy, what's he gonna say when he finds out our boat's gone?
Want me to find boondocks for free?
Get out of here. Here, take this. No, easy does it, easy.
Hello, Captain. Hiya, copy. Beautiful day, isn't it, sir?
McHale, when I want a weather report, I'll call the weather station. Knock off the whistling. If I want bird calls, I'll requisition a cuckoo clock. Well, the reason I came over here is I've been informed that Admiral Benson is on his way to Taratupa on a surprise inspection tour. Now, I want to make sure that you have those pirates of yours shining, and that boat of yours better be... Where's the boat?
The boat?
The boat?
Yes, the boat. You remember the boat, don't you? It's the little gray thing, has a motor inside it, has 7-3 painted on the side. You remember that?
Oh, that boat! Oh, and you want to know what happened to it?
I'd like to, yes.
Well, now, I was here just a minute ago. Hey, guys, anybody down there?
Oh, well, now, isn't that funny how a big thing like that could disappear? Now, I can understand a collar button, but you can...
Oh, he'll never get through this war if the nips don't get him. I will. Where?
It's on a mission, yes, sir. It's a special reconnaissance mission. That's
Captain
right.
Binghamton, sir, look. There's the 73 boat, and it's coming this way.
Hi, Carpenter. I don't understand. Get back here. Not a word out of you two. Don't you tell them that we're here. I'm going to find out where that boat really was. No signals.
Hey, Skip, we're back. Boy, what a blast. It should have been there.
Hiya, guys.
Boy, what a crap game.
Gruber had 11 passes in a row. The dice never left his hand.
I was on the luckiest streak of my whole life. And it just ended.
You heard them, sir. They just came back from a crap game.
I heard. McHale, this is one time your saltwater tramps are not going to get away with this. Carpenter?
Sir.
Draw up the court-martial papers. Unauthorized use of a naval vessel without an officer on board. Gambling. Larceny. Misconduct. The works. This ought to be good for about 20 years apiece.
20 years? Hold it.
Oh, now, Captain, you wouldn't put all the boys in a brig, would you?
I wouldn't, huh? You have the boys at the brig at 1900 hours, right after the Admiral's inspection. And I want to thank you men for making this one of the happiest days of my life. Come, Elroy. 1900 hours.
Yes, sir.
Your base looked in fine shape, Binghamton. But I did think you were unnecessarily rough on some of your men during inspection. Especially the 73 boat.
Oh, well, you don't know those men like I know them, Admiral. No, you've got to be ruthless with those men. If you're not, they'll walk all over you.
Well, personally, I believe that the only kind of officer who moves ahead is one who gains the affection and love of those under him.
Well, that's the way I operate, sir. That's the way I feel about it. I'm ruthless, but lovable. Why, as a matter of fact, I'm like a father to my men. Isn't that right, son?
Oh, yes, Dad.
I've always prided myself on the affection that my men had for me. When I left my command to move up to Fleet, my men threw me a testimonial dinner. Gave me this watch.
Oh. Would you believe it? The men on my base are throwing me a testimonial dinner?
Really? When?
When? Well, Saturday, Admiral. It's just too bad you won't be here, sir. But I'll write you a letter. I'll let you know how big a watch I get.
You know something, Binghamton? I might just come back for that.
You might? For that, you would? Well, we'd be delighted to have you, sir, if you would come back. We'll save you a seat on the dais.
Well, I have to shove off. See you Saturday.
Captain Binghamton, I don't understand. Nobody's throwing a testimonial for you on Saturday.
Hold on, just stand there, you nitwit. You go out and throw me a testimonial. Now it's about time you got here. How are the plans coming for my testimonial dinner? How many people are going to be there? 300, 400? How many? Speak up.
I started a list, sir. There'll probably be just two.
200? Well, that's a lot less than I counted on. 200.
Not 200, sir. Just two. You and me.
Out of the whole base, you can only get 2 people to come to my... Do you realize that we're going to be outnumbered by the waiters? What kind of a testimonial dinner is that? Why?
I'm sorry, sir. I did make a mistake. There will be more, sir.
Oh, that's better.
I forgot the Admiral.
The Admiral is... Oh, I'm ruined. A testimonial dinner for 2 people? This is a disaster.
Captain, it's just too bad you're not on good terms with Commander McHale. You know how good he is at throwing all sorts of parties.
McHale? I'd do better going to the Japanese, especially after this morning.
Perhaps if you made up to him in some way, like forgetting those charges, sir?
Are you suggesting that a captain in the United States Navy would stoop to blackmail?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, straighten up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Come on, straighten up there. Come on, stay in line, you guys.
Well, don't just stand there. Get my hat. Open the doors. Do something to earn your pay. How much are you getting, anyway? Miguel, you.
You who? Hold it, you guys, hold it. What now, Captain?
How are you boys doing here? You out for a little constitutional?
Constitutional? We're on our way to the stockade where you ordered us to go.
Stock like I... Oh, yes, of course. But there's no hurry about that, after all. I mean, it's open 24 hours a day. Boys, I've been thinking about it, and I was thinking, after all, what is the big crime you did? What was so terrible? So they took a boat out without an officer. Now, I know the Navy frowns on that, but I don't think that's so bad, do you?
Well, now, you know, I don't think that's so bad either, Captain. You know they do it all the time, don't you, Skip? But they'll never do it again.
Oh, I believe you, Chuck. I believe. In fact, I'm so sure you're right, I might even drop the charges.
Oh? Captain, when you want to do something nice for us, there's only one sure thing for us to do.
What's that?
Prisoners, halt!
Halt, man. Now, I'm trying to be friendly, man. Halt, man, please. Halt, man, please. For heaven's sake, halt.
All right, Captain, lay your cards on the table. Now, what's this all about?
All right, McHale, I'll give it to you, and I'll give it to you straight. I'm in a spot, and I need the help of you and your men. I need a testimonial dinner, and I need it this Saturday night.
Testimonial? A dinner for you?
Boy, does that mean you're retiring?
No, that doesn't mean I'm retiring, you crutch. I mean, I thought it would be nice if the men on this base here made a little demonstration of their feelings towards me.
He doesn't want a testimonial. He wants a riot.
All right, stand at attention. You've had your little laugh, now I'm gonna have mine. McHale, I need that dinner, and I want it for Saturday night. I get it, and I drop the charges. I don't get it, and you won't see these cutthroats again till World War III. Now, what do you say?
Well, Captain, you just bought yourself a dinner.
That's very nice of you, McHale. Shall we say Saturday, your place?
Yeah.
All right. A dinner at 70?
70.
Oh, and McHale, let's make it a very big turnout, shall we? I want to feel quite well loved. Goodbye, dear heart. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, sir. Bye. Bye.
Skipper, you can't be serious.
We'll go to a party for old Lead Bottom.
Listen, that's like giving a testimonial for Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, besides, Saturday night is definitely out. I got a mob of the guys coming over to finish up the big crap game.
You what?
Well, I had to come somewhere after those nip planes came down.
Oh, you bird brain, you. It's on account of you and your galloping dominoes that we're in this kind of a mess. Look, boy, you better get rid of that game and fast. You hear me, mister?
Oh, but Skipper...
Stow it, Gruber. You'll need all the con you can get, boy, in order to get enough swabbies to come to Binghamton's testimonial. Whether we like it or not, you guys, we're in the banquet business. And you better give us the wholesale rate, you hear me?
Well, how'd you guys do?
They ran from me so fast you'd think I'd had something catching.
How many did you get for the captain's dinner, Grube?
Hey, look at that list of names.
Hey, they're all coming?
Nah, these are all guys who took a shot at me. Bringing them all up on charges.
Hey, here comes the skip and Mr. Parker. Maybe they had better luck.
Well, there's no sense in asking how you guys made out. It's written all over your faces.
How'd you make out, Skipper? With your drag, you must have really lined them up.
Maggie's drawers.
Boy, and the captain ordered a big turnout for this thing, too, you guys. Well, I could have gotten 50 guys if it had been for Binghamton's wake.
Look, Skipper, as long as we can get the testimonial going, what do you say we call the crap game on again?
Oh, come on.
At least give us a chance to raise enough money to get a cheap lawyer.
That's something. We can't get one guy to go to Binghamton's testimonial, yet Gruber can get all the guys he wants to go to a crap game.
Hey, Chuck, you may have just saved the day.
Well, I always try and be helpful in time of, what to do.
Gruber, break out those bones again, boy. You're gonna have that crap game.
You mean it, Skipper?
Yes, sir.
What about the testimonial?
That's on again, too. We're gonna run the two of them together.
Crap game testimonial?
Well, it's a wild idea, but it's our only chance. Look, all we need to do is to get those dice jockeys over here and make Binghamton think that they came over for his dinner. Then we get him in and out fast, and the boys can have their game.
Boy, if Binghamton finds out that his dinner guests are a bunch of crap shooters, he'll kill us. If we're lucky, he'll kill us.
Ah, come on, let's get back to the island. Take it, hold him over. Hey, let go,
Captain Binghamton, we love you?
Oh, come on now, guys. Aren't you over doing it just a wee bit?
Oh, when we give a testimonial, we give a testimonial.
Yeah. Well, it's just about time for our guests to be arriving now. All you guys got your assignments straight?
Check. I'll be down at the dock to tip off the action boys from the fleet when they arrive.
And as soon as they all get here, then we start the testimonial.
Then we get the testimonial over quick so we can get rid of Binghamton.
As soon as Binghamton leaves.
Look, I don't care what you do after Binghamton leaves, but as long as he's here, I want you guys to stay in line. You hear me? Change the sign.
Roger, Wilco, 7 and out.
Here he comes.
Chuck, let's go down and greet our honored guest.
Ah, Captain. Oh, welcome to your testimonial dinner, sir.
Thank you. Oh, Captain Binghamton, we love you. Well, that's a very nice touch.
Straight from the heart, sir, straight from the heart.
Knock it off. Where is everybody? Everything ready?
Well, you're a bit early, sir, but, would you care to inspect the banquet hall, sir?
The banquet hall, yes, I would like that.
Right this way, sir.
Captain Binghamton, we love you. What's the matter, Ensign? It's a very happy day. You seem nervous.
Oh, me nervous? No, that's silly. I think we ought to go over to the bank.
As you were, man, as you were. What a delightful surprise this is, McHale. Certainly have a lot of seats.
Yes, sir. We're expecting quite a crowd, sir.
Oh, quite a crowd. And the best you could do is dinner for two.
Sorry, sir, but I'll only believe it when I see it.
Begging your pardon, Skipper, but there are several boatloads of men arriving at the dock, sir.
Ah, boy?
Yes,
Did
sir.
you say boatload?
Oh, yes, sir, several.
Oh, several boatloads. Well, you didn't trust them all. McHale, maybe we better go outside. I'll greet my guests.
Oh, that's a good idea, Captain. The sooner we get them in, the sooner we get the testimonial over with.
Right this way, sir. McHale.
Yes, sir.
This is a solid gold watch, which the men will present to me as a token of their esteem and affection. Oh, here, Parker.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I already have one, but boy, I'll sure cherish this.
You give the watch to me. I get the watch. After my speech, you will surprise me with the watch. Parker, I think during the surprises, it might be effective if you would have tears in your eyes.
Yes, sir, I cry very easily, sir. Yes, sir. If you'd like, I could throw a little tantrum.
Bet my bottom dollar your family volunteered you for service. Let's go, McHale. Like a troll.
Are you trying to tell us an officer's going to be in the game?
Not in the game. He's sort of behind it.
Hey, you're kidding. Boy, what a chance he's taking.
Don't worry. Binghamton's too smart to take chances. That's why he figured out this testimonial angle.
Captain Binghamton, we love you. Oh, brother.
Oh, look, don't you guys get it? This way, in case there's a raid, we're covered. You guys get yourself a free feed and a crap game. Now go on up to the hut. Please, go along with Binghamton, huh? Another shit.
Men, Captain Binghamton.
Welcome, man. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope it's as big a night for you as it is for me.
I sure hope so. I got $500 of my shipmate's dough with me.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I didn't expect cash. Just your being here would have been enough.
Right this way, boys. The beer's on.
See, on the level, you really didn't expect cash.
This is the first time since I've been in the Navy that my credit was good in a crap game.
Right this way.
Hold it! Come on, matey. Let's make with the testimonial.
Yeah, come on. We don't have all night. Come on. Beer. Lots of beer up there. Well, I guess we got all the turnout we need, sir. We can start the proceedings now, sir.
You out of your mind, McHale. We can't start until Admiral Benson gets here.
Did you say Admiral Benson?
Admiral Benson?
Yes, Admiral Benson. This whole thing is for his benefit, and he ought to be pulling in any second now. You know something? I can hardly wait to show him how well loved I am. All right?
Yes, sir. Oh, now what are we going to do, Skip?
Well, we gotta stall these guys and then until the Admiral shows up.
But Skipper, those characters are getting mighty restless. They're coming for a little action.
Well, look, they gotta keep their shirts on or we'll have more action around here than the Battle of Midway. Chuck, look, you go ahead inside and start a speech. That's it. Almost like you're gonna start the testimonial. Anything but keep them in their seats. And Gruber, you help out. Go ahead. I'll stay here with lovable old Wally. Go on.
What am I going to say?
Go ahead.
All at you peasants, as you were. We're going to start the proceedings.
Thank you, and greetings. Well, of course, you all know why we're gathered here today.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, Yo 11!
That's right. We're all here to pay tribute to Yahoo 11. We're all here to pay tribute to our beloved leader, Captain Wallace B. Binghamton.
Hey, what's the B stand for? Boxcars.
No, it stands for Burton.
Now ease off, you swabs. Remember our deal.
Look, we're tired of waiting. We came here to play. Now I'm shooting 50. Who'll face?
I'll take a piece.
Knock it off, you guys.
Make me.
Hey, you guys. Hey, knock it off. Attention. This is your ensign speaking.
Sir, why don't we go ahead ahead and have the testimony, and then you can tell all about it to the Admiral later at the Officers Club.
No, that won't do. I want the Admiral to see for himself how my men love me.
Oh, yes, sir. But sir, the men from the fleet have to get back to their ships, and I think we should really hurry it along. On the other hand, sir, there's really no reason to hurry it. Why don't we go to the Officers Club and wait for the Admiral? Or what do you say, sir?
Making a bit of sense, huh? What is that racket up there? What is that?
Racket? What racket is that, sir?
Oh, darn well, what racket?
Well, I guess the men must be getting a little anxious. Yes, sir. They're probably going to start the testimonial without you, sir.
You're right about them starting. They just threw out the first Marine.
Yes, sir.
Up there on the double.
Yes, sir.
Columbia, the gem of the ocean, the home of the free and the brave. Brave and the free. Hi, Captain. Boy, they're sure loving it. Getting a little carried away, though.
Water in the bloopers.
Oh, you guys, come on, knock it off. Cut it out. Hey! Uh-oh, it's the captain. Hey, it's Binghamton.
That's right, it's Binghamton. Now, hear this. This is your captain speaking. Get on the rest! Every mother's son of you! This is the most outrageous, the most despicable, the most disgraceful! Shut up!
What's the beef? So we had a little fight. You're getting your cut of the game.
Come on, Captain. We'll get you all cleaned up, and then we'll come back and have dinner.
Yeah, and I got a lot of wonderful things to say about you yet, too. And I got to surprise you with your watch.
Did you say my cut of the game?
Sure. We know all about you fronting it with this phony testimonial.
Oh, McHale, this really does it. I'm going to have you swinging from the radar mast for this.
Captain Binghamton! Captain, is the... Oh! Captain Binghamton, the Admiral's just arrived, sir.
Good! I'm glad the Admiral's here, McHale, because with the Admiral as a witness, you're not going to wiggle out of this. This ought to be good for about 10 years. Wait a minute.
Well, okay, sir. I just hope we have adjoining cells.
Well, that would be nice if we had a... What are you talking about, adjoining cells? What is that?
Well, sir, you see, this is the only way we could get enough men to come to your testimonial dinner. And when the Admiral hears all about it, why...
Yeah, like you being the only officer in naval history to have a crap game thrown in your honor.
Yes, sir.
The only officer to have a... I could just scream.
Well, we better make it fast, sir. It's either sink or swim.
Sir, he's almost here, sir.
Swim.
Swim right this way. There you are. For
he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. We're so
Well, Binghamton, I must admit that you have quite a turnout.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, it was Admiral. I'm sorry you had to miss it all.
Yes, well, so am I. Tell me, did you get your watch?
I did my watch.
Oh, yes. Well, we're having such a good time, we forgot all about giving the captain his watch. Mr. Parker, give the captain his watch.
Skip, it broke, remember?
Give me yours.
Skip, that's my mother.
Well, give it to him.
Yeah. Surprise! As a token of our affection, we'd like to present you with this.
May I see it? It's even inscribed. To Poopsie with love.
Poopsie? Oops. That's one of the men's pet name for me, Admiral. I told you they're crazy about me.
Oh, sure are, sir. Yes, sir. All right, boys, let's hear it. For
Poopsie the jolly good fellow, for Poopsie the jolly good fellow, for Poopsie the
Captain Binghamton says... Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Why do you have to interrupt me, you bird brain, just when I've got McHale zeroed in?
It's Admiral Reynolds, sir. It's very important. He's on the scrambled phone.
Admiral Reynolds, why don't you say so? Hold it. What's the matter?
Oh, it hurts, sir.
Oh, be brave, man. You're a sailor. Yes, Admiral. Yes, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, sir, but you caught me right in the middle of a weapons drill. What can I do for you, sir?
Just a reminder about the logistics conference, Binghamton. We convene Saturday at 0800, so give yourself plenty of time to get here.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do it. I've been looking forward to the conference for weeks, Admiral. I'll be there bright and early.
What's that? Binghamton, are you holding a band concert at this time of day?
A band? No, we don't have any. The enemy must be jamming our frequency, Admiral. I'll call you back, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on out there? What is it?
Oh, sure, look out there.
What in the name of Nimitz is that? Coming Friday, the PT-73 Follies? McHale has dreamed up another way to sabotage the war effort, but he won't get away with it.
Be brave, sir.
This record's handed. You guys are gonna have to dream up another song.
Hey, who needs a record player when you got real talent?
Pipe down. Now I'm going to take over, saying I'm going to run this whole show. Nobody's going to stop me. See, yeah, 'cause I'm the guy around here. If anyone tries to stop me, I go pop, 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 yeah.
You don't have to get sore about it, Tink. I mean, you know.
I ain't sore, Mr. Parker. That's my imitation of Edward G. Robinson. I do about 50 more. Guess who this is?
Mr. Christian. Mr. Christian, come here, or I'll have you lashed to the mast.
Who is it, Betty Grable? Hey, you
with our button shoes. Come on, guys.
Parker, your worries are over. Look what I whipped up. A real, genuine, homemade gazika box.
Oh, you didn't have to go to all that trouble. I mean, just a few card tricks would have done, you know.
Card tricks? Why, that's strictly for the peasants. With this, I make a beautiful girl disappear. Here, Mr. Parker, step in the box.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm not a beautiful girl. I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Oh, so for the sake of the demonstration, we'll pretend you just got your commission in the waves, huh?
Well, why don't you take one of the ladies? I mean...
Easy.
Well,
yeah, you coming? Toes in. Good.
Say, wait,
Booge. Now, knife. Behold, a miracle.
You'll never get away.
What are you worried about, fellas? It's all entertaining. Booge, throw it on your side.
No.
Perfect.
Hi, gang.
Hello, girls.
Where's the great Ziegfeld?
Mr. Parker, he's in the box.
What is this thing, an instant suicide kit?
Oh, relax, Skip. A few passes of the magic cape, and Mr. Parker is gone. Abracadabra, abracadabra.
Sheriff, are you all right? What are you trying to do, get rid of my executive officer?
I can explain it. There's too much abra, not enough cadabra.
Abracadabra, but...
The box was too big, the answer was too small. The answer was too small, the box was too big. Well, old girl, it's back to the drawing boards.
We're still stuck for an opening act, Skip.
How about me? I can tell plenty funny Japanese jokes if Skip doesn't be my straight man.
Okay, Uncle Milty, go ahead. Oh, boy, this better be good. You guys, come on, Fuji, quick, into the box. Hello there, Captain. How are you, sir?
All right, I give up. Is this a PT base or is the Section 8 ward having their annual picnic?
No, sir. We're perfectly normal. Straighten up there, girls.
Well, sir, the men were just putting a show together and, for the men on the main base. You must have heard.
Oh, yes, I heard all about it. Carpenter heard about it, too.
Oh.
The admiral's heard about it. I imagine that even Emperor Hirohito has heard about it by now.
Boy, our publicity campaign's really going over.
Oh, yes, sure. Keep out of this. Vincent, you are bucking for seaman second class. I've got a little bit of news for you, too, McHale. You're not putting on any show. I've just rung down the curtain.
Oh, now, have a heart, Captain. The men are starved for entertainment. Well, there hasn't been a USO troop through here in months.
And you know why? Because we are supposed to be conducting a war here, not auditioning for the next edition of the Ziegfeld Follies.
Ziegfeld!
We could use that as our opening joke.
Yeah! Now, wait a minute, Captain. There's nothing wrong in the men putting together a show, is there, on their own time?
Nothing wrong, huh? I'll tell you what's wrong. You're interfering with communications. You're disrupting normal routine procedures. You're misusing naval personnel and you're wasting government property. And what's in the box?
Nothing, sir. It's just a magic prop I built. I guarantee it's absolutely empty. There's nothing in it.
Nothing in the box. Then in that case, you won't mind if I have a little look, will you?
Oh, no need to look. See?
Hey!
Well, that was just me. I'm practicing a ventriloquist act. Watch. Yay! See, my lips didn't even move.
Ventriloquist. You wouldn't even make a good dummy.
There you are, sir. You see, we're as pure as the driven snow.
There's been a lot of snow around here, and I'm going to put an end to the blizzard. There's going to be no show Friday night, and that's an order.
Well, bye-bye, Captain. Bye-bye.
Get out of here. Skip, the whole base was counting on us.
Yeah, I know. And you want to know something? We're not going to let them down either. Old Leadbottom gave us specific orders not to hold the show on Friday night, huh? But he didn't mention anything about Saturday. And on Saturday, he's going to be holding that conference at Fleet, all right?
Hey, yes. And what he won't know won't hurt him.
Right.
Skip, that's a stroke of pure genius.
You're not so bad yourself, Groove, you know, making Fuji disappear in the nick of time. Fuji? Yipe! Hey, where you been? What happened?
How'd you get back? Don't ask me. That's what you call showbiz.
Captain Binghamton, sir, the 68 boat is at the dock ready to go.
Good. Let's see now. There's my tonnage reports, my logistic charts, my toothbrush. Gentlemen, take a memo. In my absence, Lieutenant Carpenter will be temporarily in charge. So any request... What's going on here? What?
Nothing, sir. We just...
I'll be the judge of what's going on here. What have you got behind your back?
Nothing.
What is that, you sneak? Let's see that. PT 73 Follies changes to Saturday. McHale's Island, 2000 hours. Tell your friends and burn this. So those pirates refuse to take no for an answer, do they? They think they're going to put on their South Seas sideshow in spite of my orders, huh?
But, sir, what about your conference? And the 68 boat is waiting.
Batten your hatch. That was 68 boat. I won't be needing them.
Yes.
Put down the phone when I'm talking to you. South Sea Schuberts think they can cross Wally Binghamton and get away with it, huh? I'll show them.
Joe sent me.
But how about these souvenirs? How am I supposed to peddle these at double last year's prices?
Simple. With every native trinket, you give him one of these. A genuine French postcard.
Aha! So that's why you money-grubbing eight balls wanted to put on this show, so you can make a killing during intermission.
Oh, but Skip, no harm in just trying to make expenses.
Yeah. And no jacking up the prices either. And that phony French postcards.
Oh, but Skip, they ain't phony. Here, look for yourself.
Yeah. A picture of General de Gaulle?
Yes, we gotta live up to our advertising.
Binghamton's coming. And I'm going.
Skip. Hey, Binghamton. Binghamton's coming. Boy, if he finds out we're putting on the show.
Well, he's not going to find out. Come on, you guys, cover this up. And let's get out of here. And remember, act natural, or our next performance will be on a rock pile. Let's go.
Oh, hello there, Captain. What brings you out here in these parts, sir?
Yeah, we thought you'd be on the way to the conference by now.
Yes, Admiral, I'm leaving in a few minutes.
Oh, well, happy sailing, sir.
Yeah, bye-bye, so long, bon voyage, all that.
I intend to bon voyage because you men are going to take me.
Yeah, we're taking you. We're taking you.
We can't do that, sir.
Oh, yes, you can. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to ride up to Comfleet on the 73, and at the same time, I'll make sure that your little peep show doesn't go on.
Okay, Captain, so you got the goods on us. But have a heart. The boys have worked hard on this show, and the men over in the main base deserve some entertainment, sir.
Yeah, besides, the house is all sold out. It's SRO.
Yeah.
That's standing room only.
I know what SRO is. And you men being the old troopers that you are, I'm sure you've heard that expression, the war must go on. How does it feel to be back in the Navy and out of show business, McHale? Oh, I'm really enjoying this trip, and at the rate we're going, we'll be up at Comfleet with hours to spare.
Yes, sir. Look at Binghamton up there. That tidy rat, I'd like to give it to him like he gave it to us.
Not so much that he called off our show. What are you going to do with 500 pictures of General de Gaulle?
Condition red, and enemy plane. She's diving right at us, Skip. Battle stations, come on, boys.
There she is, 11 o'clock, Skip. No, wait a minute, no, it'll be about 11:15. No, 11:17, the big hands on. About 11.
Stop with the numbers already.
Everybody okay back there?
Everybody's fine, Skip.
All right, let's get moving, McHale. We're losing time.
That's not all we're losing. That nip hit our tanks, doggone 'em.
Yeah, you're right, Skip. Boy, the fuel gauge is really going down fast. 27, 26, 25.
There he goes with the numbers again. Will you stop that? How far away from a friendly base?
Too far. We'll have to put in an nearest island and make repairs and see if we can get more gasoline.
I don't know, Skip. Those are all Japanese held.
Yeah, well, maybe we can fool him into honoring an American credit card, huh?
I left mine in my wallet, Skip. I don't know if we can go back. That's joking, but...
You say you can use it in your shell, I'll strangle you, you bird brain.
All right, men. Let's go find us some gasoline, but remember, keep your eyes open. This island is just crawling with nips. Come on, let's go. I'll lead you. Hey, look. Jackpot, you guys. There's their fuel dump.
Hey, the winner. Can't just barge in there, McHale. We'll have that whole island on our necks.
Enemy truck. Hit the deck.
Hey, what do you know? They got goof-offs in their army, too.
Hey, fellas. I think our transportation problems are just solved. Keep me covered, boys.
Okay, guys, come on.
Nice going, Skip.
Yeah. That's brilliant. What do we do now? Drive up to the Nips and tell them to fill in with a high test?
Oh, I'd settle for regular, sir.
Hey, Skip! Hey, get a load of this cargo.
Yeah. Hatashi Kabuki players, Osaka. Hey, how about that?
Hey, we must have hijacked a bunch of nip minstrels. Look at all this stuff. Wigs, makeup.
It's even got magic props.
Must be a Japanese USO show on the island.
Uh-huh. Show business again. No wonder they're losing the war.
Now, just a minute, sir. Boys, let's get this truck right in the bushes. Tie up that driver. Captain, I know you're against show business, but I feel that this is going to be our ticket right into that fuel dump. Come on, boys. Let's get going. I got an idea. All right, come on, you guys. Get out here. Let's take a look at you.
I saw, Skip.
Hey, Happy. Yeah, Virgil. Yeah, Christy.
I'm Willie, Skip.
Oh, Christy. Oh. Hey, Drew. Take care.
How about that?
We are ready, O Honorable Skipper San.
Which way to the geese?
All right. Knock it off, you miserable minstrels. Where's Mr. Parker?
Come on, Skip. How about this bell-bottom sleeves?
Hey, what's holding up the captain? Last time I looked, he was still struggling with his girdle. If he wasn't an officer, I'd ask him to marry me.
All right, knock it off. Warning you, McHale, if we get killed because of this fool stunt of yours, I'm going to see to it that you're court-martialed.
Oh, whatever noble captain desire.
Why do I have to wear the geisha outfit? It's a disgrace. It's a positive outrage.
Oh, I think you look beautiful.
Oh, do you? Well, I suppose. Go shut up.
Oh, that's enough, sir. Now, fellas, look, we gotta move fast, so we're gonna go over this once more. Now, I'm gonna tell the officer in charge that we've come to give him a sample of the big show that we got in store for him, right?
Then the great Grabuji waves his magic wand and holds the guard spellbound with a few hundred assorted tricks, right? What do you expect? Made in Japan.
While Rube's making with the hocus pocus, the rest of us load the gas drums into the truck.
Check. Now, one thing. I'm the only one here that can speak enough Japanese to get us by, so the rest of you guys, keep your big mouth shut. I'll do all the talking. Present company accepted, sir. All right, you paisans, come on, into the truck. Christy, you drive.
Pardon me, sir. Ladies first.
Oh, knock it off, you nitwit.
Well, at least you can call me an honorable nitwit.
All right, その時の要件は何だ? 私たちは慰問に来た芸人たちです。よし、通れ。俺が態度を呼んでやる。俺は態度を呼んでやる。態度。
喜びよ。じゃあこれ田舎の芸者だ。
Don't pay any attention to him, sir. You don't want him to think you're that kind of girl.
Okay, Sunrise, he fell for it. It's showtime. He's gonna put us all in that tent over there. The whole detail.
Have no fear, Skip. I won't let you down.
You better not, or our next booking will be in a prisoner of war camp. Make it look good, boys. Shohei no minasan, Tokyo de Yumena, Grubiji o shokai shimasu.
ありだな。沖縄かどうかから来た。
あそう。はい。
Oh! Okay, boys, get that gas. Come on, boys, let's go, quick.
right, get rid of him on the double. You men get that fuel in the truck.
What? Hey! What's going on in here? Why? The great Rubigi's not making out so well. How'd you make it out?
Oh, I got rid of that sentry. I doubled him.
Good.
Good for you, ma'am. Sir.
Ingrates. What do they want for nothing? Now they want another act. We haven't got any more to give them.
Boy, too bad we aren't fighting the French. I mean, at least I could sing Farajaka.
French, Japanese, what's the difference? You numbskull, go out there and hum it.
Yeah, come on. Go ahead out there. Go ahead.
Sukiyaki, teriyaki, osoga, negoya, maufukiyama, sensu hayakawa, Tokyo.
ああ、もう今時はおたちそんな昔みたいにええのないな。
そんな出来損ない追い出せ。おざみが出せ。
あ、芸者を呼んでこいよ。そうだ。
Ukulele's out of tune.
Uh-oh.
Very one now.
You.
Me?
Yeah. And we need the time. So come on, Madam Butterfly. Your public awaits you. Go. Go on in there. Give a hand. Go ahead.
Boys, get out of here. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Christine, hit that gas, boy.
Hello, Captain.
Yeah, what's the meaning of this outrage? What?
Well, sir, we thought we'd come over and give you a little preview, sir, of our PT-73 Follies. Curtain at 2000 hours tomorrow.
Yes, sir. And all donations go to the Naval Relief, sir. Here's your ticket, $100. If you'll just sign it right there, sir.
Yes,
sure
sir.
Appreciate your donation.
$100. Ha! What makes you think I'll even let you put on a show?
Oh, well, sir.
Yes. Let's just say that it's in memory of Madam Butterfly.
It'll go over real big at the Officers Club, don't you, sir?
Awesome.
Take a personal check.
Gladly, sir.
McHale's? Tokyo Rose? I'm speaking to a universe. That clearly cares not for my sanity. We're facing total annihilation by tidiness. Oh, the ignominy, the utter, soul-crushing ignominy. He paced frantically, tripping over a discarded uniform boot. His indignant outburst was interrupted by the persistent ringing of his field phone, a rusty contraption of dubious reliability that seemed to possess an almost malicious sense of comedic timing. He snatched it up, glaring at the receiver, as if it were personally responsible for his impending doom, and indeed, for the entire unfortunate situation of war. Yes, this is Commodore Bumble, and I am currently at the precise epicenter of unmitigated chaos. If you must know, who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of siren singing sweet songs of peace? Tokyo Rose? Speak. Confound you, before I tear your metallic existence limb from limb. He paused, listening, his brow furrowing deeper with each strained syllable he heard, his already florid complexion darkening further. What? The Sinks? In the Petty Officers Club? Are backing up? So, what do you expect me to do about it, you utterly clueless imbecile? Do you take me for a common laborer? I'm the commanding officer. Here, man, I'm not a plumber. Does my uniform, emblazoned as it is with the glorious insignia of command, bear the humble insignia of a Master Chief Plumber's Mate First Class? I think not. I am a strategist, a leader of men, an orator of unparalleled military rhetoric, a gentleman of impeccable, if currently distressed, breeding. He slammed the phone down with a mighty crash, narrowly missing his hand, and sending another, larger cascade of documents fluttering to the floor like bewildered seabirds. He ran a hand over his sweating, glistening, bald-pate, looking utterly wretched, the sheen of sweat catching the meager light. His uniform was already rumpled, his hair, what little he had, disheveled. Sir, Lieutenant Quickstep ventured cautiously, stepping delicately over a fallen pile of charts, his voice a nervous whisper. Commodore, if I may, I observed you taking some medication earlier. Sir, your stomach acid. It could start a car. Sir, indeed, it sounds as if you have a veritable internal combustion engine attempting to erupt. Quickstep had noticed a small, ever-present bottle of antacids on Bumble's desk, a permanent fixture beside a framed photo of a rather stern-looking woman Quickstep suspected was Mrs. Bumble, perhaps the only person on Earth capable of striking even greater fear into the Commodore's heart than Admiral Jawbreaker himself. He knew these pills usually provided momentary relief, at best. Bumble merely waved a dismissive hand, the gesture sweeping away a handful of scattered paper clips. Pills, Quickstep. Don't mention the pills. These infernal things are a plot. I tell you, a pharmaceutical conspiracy designed by my enemies to undermine my very digestive fortitude. Each one is a tiny saboteur. His eyes narrowed as if the pills themselves were sentient, malevolent entities. Please, sir, Quickstep insisted, his brow creased with genuine, albeit terrified, concern. Take it easy on those pills. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please. The last time, sir, you nearly mistook a hibiscus bush for an insubordinate ensign, and attempted to give it extra latrine duty. Bumble scoffed, a short, sharp bark of pure contempt. Indigestion? Indigestion is for the faint of heart. Quickstep. Indigestion is for the weak-willed. I feel a veritable volcano brewing within my very viscera, a churning, acid-spewing maelstrom of gastric discontent. But I don't care. Do you hear me? I don't care. I just don't care what ravages my internal organs. For my mind is fixed on higher matters, by the celestial stars above, the benevolent heavens themselves. If I really get sick, truly, unequivocally, catastrophically ill, sick beyond all reasonable medical repair, then someone else, some other poor, unsuspecting wretch, would have to face the Admiral, the Iron Jaw, the great white menace. Oh, wait a minute. You say, a flicker of something, akin to a mad glint, a spark of sheer, unadulterated, nefarious genius, appeared in his eyes. He stopped pacing, suddenly still, the frantic energy momentarily draining from him. The clattering of paperwork, the stifling heat, the relentless buzz of cicadas, the impending doom, all seemed to coalesce into a single, brilliant, nefarious, utterly audacious idea. His face transformed, a malevolent grin slowly spreading. "If I was sick," he mused, tapping his cigar stub with a newly invigorated intensity. The sound a sharp, percussive crack in the stifling silence. Genuinely, catastrophically, undeniably sick, then I could appoint an acting base commander. Couldn't I? A temporary replacement, a sacrificial lamb, and he could talk to the admiral, take the brunt of the Iron Jaw's fury. Right, Lieutenant Quickstep? That's perfectly within regulations, isn't it? A temporary incapacitation. Say, an unexpected bout of highly contagious, extremely debilitating, but ultimately non-fatal tropical fever. He punctuated his words with a dramatic, hacking cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus. Quickstep, ever the regulations man, ever the obedient automaton of naval procedure, nodded hesitantly, trying to access his mental database of emergency provisions. "Oh, yes, sir. Within emergency provisions, such a course of action is, indeed, within parameters. Yes, a temporary transfer of command for medical reasons. Most certainly." His mind immediately went to the chain of command, sorting through who the logical, most competent, and therefore least likely to enrage Jawbreaker choice might be. Perhaps himself, or Lieutenant Commander Higgins from Supply, a notoriously timid but efficient man. But Bumble wasn't listening. He was already spinning the intricate web of his genius, a masterpiece of self-preservation and malicious delegation. His mind, often likened to a sluggish bilge pump, a repository of bureaucratic detritus, had, on this rare occasion, decided to function like a supercharged centrifuge, spinning off plans with terrifying speed and precision. "And I want you to know, Lieutenant," he declared, striking a heroic pose, albeit one slightly hindered by the tightness of his tunic, which threatened to burst at the seams, "that I am ready to accept the supreme test. The supreme test of finding an appropriate sacrificial lamb for Iron Jaw Jawbreaker, a suitable patsy to absorb the full force of the Admiral's righteous wrath. And I know just a man, Quickstep, just a man." He paused, a mischievous grin stretching across his purple face, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. Not Julian, not Lieutenant Quickstep. No, 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 no. He rubbed his hands together with a truly diabolical glee, the sound dry and conspiratorial, like rustling leaves in a graveyard. Commander Finian Finn McGinty, that rogue, that insubordinate rascal, with McGinty and his. Scallywags, his motley collection of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, in charge of Coral Cove Atoll for a mere afternoon, a paltry few hours. They will run wild. They will dismantle this base board by board. They will desecrate every regulation. They will absolutely and definitively destroy themselves right in front of the Admiral. It's absolutely brilliant. Quickstep, utterly, staggeringly, undeniably brilliant. A masterpiece of strategic delegation. Bumble peered at his reflection in the dusty, salt-encrusted mirror hanging crookedly on the wall, an unflattering representation of his florid face. He adjusted his already askew cap, attempting to project an air of tragic dignity. He exaggerated a cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat, and feigned a tremble in his hand, holding it out for inspection. "Uh-huh, I do look sort of sick to you, don't I? All right." A pallor, Quickstep. A decided pallor, the pallor of impending doom. He tilted his head, adopting what he believed was a look of profound, feverish debilitation, a look that bordered on caricature. Quickstep, caught completely off guard by the sheer audacity of the scheme, by the breathtaking villainy of the plan, found himself nodding vigorously, his eyes wide. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his temple. "Yes, sir. Terribly sick, sir. Utterly, spectacularly unwell. Commodore. In fact, sir, with that particular shade of purple, you almost look feverish. Don't you think you'd better call the medics, sir? Right away. Sir, with utmost haste, sir, before your constitution completely gives way." He even added an extra earnest emphasis to the terribly sick part, trying desperately to match the Commodore's dramatic flair, to become an accomplice in this charade. Excellent quick-step. My boy, on the double, don't stand there gawking at my imminent demise. Bumble's voice cracked theatrically, dissolving into another paroxysm of feigned coughs. Chippy! Chippy! He yelled, attempting to appear faint, his voice now a mere whisper. It's Commodore Bumble. Hurry! He's not well. He's succumbing. Quick! On the double. Chuckles. I think I'm going to pay a terrible price. His voice trailed off, his eyes rolling back in his head with an entirely unconvincing, theatrical lurch. He slumped dramatically towards his desk, aiming for a graceful collapse. Chippy, always eager to please, always a step behind in grasping the Commodore's convoluted intentions, misheard the final, dramatic word. Oh, sir, you're going to pay, he echoed, a confused frown creasing his young brow, his glasses slipping further down his nose. He rummaged frantically through his pockets, his uniform rustling, as if the Commodore was asking for a personal loan or some kind of bribe. My meager earnings, sir, are they required? He was too busy searching for coins to notice the trajectory of the collapsing Commodore. Oh, sir, you didn't say to catch you. Just as Bumble performed his elaborate, staged swoon, launching himself dramatically onto the desk, Chippy, still bewildered and fumbling, completely failed to support him, resulting in a surprisingly solid, rather undignified thud as Bumble's ample frame hit the floor, narrowly missing an overflowing ashtray. A cloud of dust and tobacco ash erupted. You're a stupid numbskull, Chuckles, Bumble bellowed, momentarily forgetting his feigned illness and springing up on the floor like a jack-in-the-box, rubbing his rather tender backside with considerable vigor. His crimson complexion deepened from purple to a shade of livid maroon. Thanks. Chippy, thanks a million for your profound support in my moment of utter collapse. You're stellar. Rescue will not be forgotten. Chippy, utterly mortified by a spectacular failure and the Commodore's subsequent wrath, saluted stiffly, his face as red as a freshly boiled prawn. Thank you, sir. Good old sir. He mumbled, already imagining the long hours of remedial officer-catching drills that would undoubtedly follow. Oh, sir. Sir, it's Commander McGinty. He's coming this way, sir. Lieutenant Quickstep announced, having spotted the familiar, shambolic form of Commander Finian, Finn McGinty strolling leisurely towards Bumble's office, whistling a jaunty, entirely inappropriate sea shanty, oblivious to the high drama unfolding within. Bumble, hearing this, immediately reassumed his role, his recovery from the floor a miraculous transformation from fury to frailty, a beatific, if somewhat manic and highly suspect, smile spread across his face. He even managed to produce a faint, pathetic moan, a sound he had perfected after years of feigning various ailments to avoid tedious administrative tasks. He staggered over to his cot, an ancient canvas affair that perpetually smelled of mildew, threw himself onto it with a grunt that decidedly belied his alleged sickness, and pulled a grubby, stained blanket over himself, burying his head with theatrical flourish. I don't remember anything, all right? My memory is a sieve. Quickstep, a veritable sieve. It's a trick, boys, a cruel trick of fate. I'm a very sick man. Don't forget, an invalid, you hear me? A helpless, decrepit invalid at the mercy of my subordinates. Just then, the door creaked open, admitting Commander Finn McGinty, a man whose easy grin and perpetually crumpled uniform suggested a lifelong indifference to regulations, much to Bumble's eternal chagrin. Paused in the doorway, his keen eyes taking in the chaotic scene, the overturned chair, the dust-covered Commodore dramatically moaning on the cot, the flustered aides. His PT boat, the Coral Cat, was a ramshackle miracle, held together by sheer willpower and questionable ingenuity, much like its commander himself. His crew, Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, the nervous, neurotic second-in-command. Specs Miller, the bespectacled intellectual who saw the universe through a prism of obscure facts. Gizmo Jenkins, the mechanical savant who could fix anything with a paperclip and a prayer. Doodle Higgins, the perpetually hungry and good-natured simpleton whose heart was as big as his appetite. And Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, the grizzled, tough-as-nails veteran who preferred the company of a good rifle to petty officer squabbles, were an equally motley but fiercely loyal bunch. They were currently somewhere between inventing a new method for deep-sea poker and attempting to distill jungle juice from fermented fruit in defiance of several naval directives. "Oh, hi, Commodore," Finn said, his voice laced with mild, almost comical surprise, his hands casually tucked into his pockets, utterly unfooled by the dramatic display. He leaned against the doorframe, a picture of relaxed skepticism. "What's wrong, sir?" He eyed the fallen chair and the twitching blanket with a discernible smirk. Bumble, from beneath the blanket, groaned pitifully, his voice muffled. "Oh, McGinty, I don't know, McGinty. It's taking a lot of tests. I tell you, a battery of diagnostic procedures that would fell a lesser man. Primer ven gotan. Answers yet. Confound it all. The very doctors are baffled. All I know right now is that I'm in bad shape. Very bad shape. My constitution is, in a word, compromised, utterly and irrevocably." He even managed to squeeze out a rather convincing whimper, punctuated by a dramatic shudder that made the cot creak ominously. "Oh, hi. Oh, for goodness sakes, Lieutenant Quickstep, my faithful aide, let's have you raise my head a little bit. Will you? Please? My neck feels quite unsupported. I fear I may lose circulation to my brain." Quickstep, ever eager to demonstrate his competence, rushed forward, navigating the treacherous terrain of paperwork and discarded cigar butts. "Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. Here, I'll do it for you myself." He gently slipped a hand under Bumble's head, lifting it carefully, his movements precise and solicitous. Bumble, momentarily enjoying the solicitous attention, the brief comfort being cradled like a fragile hothouse flower, murmured, "Oh, good," the gentle touch of competence. Then, remembering his role as a rapidly declining invalid, he suddenly, dramatically, bellowed, his voice no longer a whisper, but a roar that startled Chippy Chuckles into a fresh jump. "Wait a minute, you bungling fool. Put it down. Put it down. You oaf. Push it down. Push it down. Push it down on the hard, unyielding ground. My head on the hard, unyielding ground. For that is my fate. I deserve nothing less. My skull shall rest upon the very soil of my suffering. I got it. Can I break right back?" He paused, a momentary slip, his voice almost cheerful, then quickly corrected himself with another theatrical gasp and shudder. "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I say, my head feels light. The room is spinning. I feel faint." Finn McGinty, stifling a laugh, a broad grin splitting his face, leaned casually against the doorframe, completely unmoved by the theatrical spectacle. "He was just trying to make you comfortable, sir. A gesture of consideration for your tender scalp. After all, Commodore, you know how genuinely concerned we all are about your delicate health." "Oh, yes, sir. Take it easy, Commodore. Remember how very, very sick you are, sir." His tone was perfectly respectful, even empathetic, yet carried just the slightest, almost imperceptible undertone of amused mockery, a subtle inflection that only Bumble himself, in his current state of paranoia, would fully appreciate. Bumble, hearing the subtle jab, the hint of playful sarcasm, glowered fiercely, his theatrical languor momentarily forgotten. His eyes, usually just bloodshot, now burned with genuine fury. "Chippy, give the admiral's assistant something for his insubordination, his brazen impudence. a week's extra latrine duty, or a month's worth of peeling the gristliest potatoes we can find. Chippy, utterly confused by the rapidly shifting instructions and the target of the Commodore's wrath, merely saluted. "Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I thought he was, I thought the situation was in neutral. No offense intended, sir," to the esteemed admiral's assistant, whoever he might be, sir. "That's all you menace." Bumble roared, once again forgetting his supposed frailty as he half sat up on the cot, shaking his fist. "That's it, McGinty. You're right, McGinty. I am a very sick man. A gravely ill man whose time is running out. The medics, those baffled purveyors of tinctures and poultices, they don't know how long I'm going to be in here, if indeed I survive this harrowing ordeal. So, while I'm away, while I teeter on the precipice of eternal slumber, I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander." He looked pointedly at Finn, his eyes boring into him with a malicious gleam, expecting the penny to drop with the clang of a death knell. Finn adopted an air of genuine understanding, his face a picture of sincere concern, though his eyes betrayed a twinkle of suppressed mirth. "Well, I understand, sir. A wise and prudent decision, Commodore, for a commander must ensure the seamless transition of authority. And you can rest assured, sir, that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Quickstep all the help we can. He's a good lad, Quickstep, good head on his shoulders, though he does fret a bit over requisition codes and the existential dread of unscheduled paperwork. Bless his meticulous heart." He winked at Quickstep, who immediately flushed crimson. Bumble's purple hue returned, deepening with each word Finn uttered, until his face resembled a ripening eggplant. He sputtered, momentarily speechless, before finding his voice again. Now a high-pitched shriek of outrage. "Quickstep? Quickstep, you say? The man can barely keep track of his own shoelaces. No. He's a boob. Yes, Quickstep is a boob. A complete, utter, unadulterated boob. He'd probably salute a coconut. I'm appointing you the acting base commander. McGinty, you... Sir, you shall bear the mantle of command in my absence. Consider it promotion, or a curse, depending on your perspective." Finn McGinty's casual grin, a fixture of his face, faltered, replaced by a look of genuine, unfeigned horror. His jaw dropped. "Me? Oh, come on, Commodore. You must be kidding. With all due respect, sir. With every fiber of my being and every last ounce of my limited common sense. The last thing this atoll, this glorious bastion of Allied power, needs is me in command of anything more complex than a particularly unruly fishing line. I am a man. Of action, sir, not paper pushing." Bumble, now fully committed to his theatrical performance, rose from the cot with a surprising burst of energy that would have put a man half his age to shame, and glared directly into Finn's eyes, wobbling slightly for added effect, as if overcome by a sudden gust of invisible wind. "McGinty, take a good look at me. Observe my fevered brow, my trembling hand. My very life force is draining. Away with every breath. Does this look like the face of a man who's kidding? I tell you, I am on the verge of dissolution." Finn, maintaining a straight face despite the almost irresistible urge to burst out laughing, matched Bumble's intense gaze, his own eyes serious. "No, sir, it certainly does not, sir. But, Commodore, with all due respect, I must ask you to perform the same courtesy. Take a good look at me, sir." He gestured to his perpetually unbuttoned collar, the wild tangle of his dark hair, the slight smirk playing at the corner of his lips, and the faint, lingering scent of brine and illicit pineapple rum that always seemed to cling to him like a second. "Skin, do I look like a base commander? Sir, does my very essence radiate administrative acumen? I think not, sir. I'm a sailor, not a desk jockey." Ensign Plimpton, who had followed Finn into the office, his anxiety levels already spiking from the general air of chaos and Bumble's dramatic pronouncements, couldn't help but blurt, "He's got you there, Wally." He immediately clapped a hand over his mouth, turning bright scarlet, realizing his grievous error in addressing the Commodore so informally. He shrank slightly, anticipating instant demotion. "No, sir. No. Easy does it, sir." Finn quickly interjected, trying desperately to smooth things over, to prevent Plimpton's certain demise. "Now, look, Commodore, I'm a saltwater skipper. Sir, my soul is forged in brine and sea spray. I'd be no good behind a desk. I'd drown in paperwork. Sir, literally, my spirit would wither. I'd be worse than useless, sir. A total administrative wreck." He even performed a little pantomime of struggling to swim through stacks of imaginary forms, flapping his hands helplessly. Bumble, however, was impervious. His focus remained laser-sharp on Finn McGinty. "I wouldn't think of asking you to take on a big assignment like this without some help. That would be inhumane. You need a crutch. McGinty, a suitable lackey to manage the administrative trifles. So, I'm appointing Plimpton here, acting executive officer. Consider it a steep learning curve for the young man, and a perfect distraction from your more anarchic tendencies. Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, whose career aspirations rarely extended beyond successfully completing a spreadsheet without any critical errors and perhaps, one day, earning a medal for impeccable penmanship, nearly fainted on the spot, his face turning an even more ghastly shade of pale. "Oh, boy! Did you hear that, Skipper?" he squeaked, his voice cracking with disbelief. "Acting executive officer. Me? Oh, thanks. Commodore, you'll never regret this. I think, maybe, I hope I don't set anything on fire, sir." Bumble merely waved his hand grandly, a dismissive flick of the wrist. I know. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Here you are, McGinty. Take this." He thrust a battered clipboard, overflowed with inscrutable paperwork, and an ancient, rusty ceremonial cutlass, usually reserved for a highly official, rarely occurring, and completely ignored flag-raising ceremonies, at Finn. "You go over to my office, your office now, and you take command this minute. Do you hear me? This minute. That's an order, Commander, and don't you dare track mud onto my pristine linoleum, which I personally supervise the waxing of." "Oh, but Commodore, sir," Finn began, still trying to grasp the enormity of this calamity, this calculated sabotage of his relaxed command style. Out! Bumble shrieked, shooing them from his office with the fervor of a man swatting a particularly bothersome, buzzing fly, flapping his hands wildly. "Now, quick step. You know what to do. My cot needs plump in. My pillows need fluffing. My very constitution needs a long, luxurious period of convalescing, and a cold compress, and perhaps some more of those medicinal concoctions to ensure my delirium is sustained." Finn and Plimpton stumbled out, still reeling from the unexpected promotion and the sheer, unmitigated absurdity of the situation. They made their way to Bumble's former office, which, by dint of Bumble's pronouncement, was now Finn's temporary seat of power. The moment they stepped inside, a mere foot over the threshold, the field phone, a rusty, temperamental beast, began to ring again, insistent and shrill, as if celebrating their arrival. "Oh, just a minute. Lieutenant, just a minute," Finn mumbled to himself. "Try and make sense of the new command, the new responsibilities." He ran a hand through perpetually messy hair. He gestured vaguely to Plimpton, who was already meticulously lining up the Commodore's paperweights. "You're acting base commander now, Pip. What do we do about this infernal, shrill noise?" Before Plimpton could even begin to process this new wave of responsibility, a grizzled, unkempt head popped into the doorway. It was Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, Finn's tough-as-nails veteran crewman, a man whose natural habitat was a machine gun turret, not an office. "Yeah, Chief, they're saying the what? The sinks are still plugged up, and the petty officers are well. What do you want from me? a get well card. I'm not a concierge for plumbing complaints. I'm a combat specialist. Finn, attempting to mimic Bumble's air of exasperated authority, barked into the phone, his voice a surprising imitation of the Commodore's growl. Hold it! Chief, hold it! Can't you see I'm on the phone? Engaging in top-secret strategic communications? Yeah, I know, Skipper, but He paused, his eyes widening as Rocky presented him with something. Well, what do you got there? Rocky? Is it some new experimental munition? Another piece of Japanese intelligence. Rocky, oblivious to the high-stakes drama unfolding and simply following the immediate chain of command, held up a collection of elasticated, lace-trimmed items. Well, it looks like a bunch of slingshots to me. Skipper, or maybe some highly unusual fishing gear for tiny, acrobatic fish. I thought, we'll run out of ammo faster than we thought with these. They don't look very robust. He paused, squinting through the gloom of the office. Oh, wait, those are the garter belts, aren't they? For the nurses, like Lieutenant Quickstep was fussing about. Finn, suddenly remembering Bumble's initial rant, slapped his forehead with an audible thwack. Good news, sir. Excellent news. We found the garter belts, that elusive, critically important strategic resource. Oh, I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry. I got my wires crossed. Hold on. Lieutenant Quickstep. Yeah, we found those items. Yes. I'll have them sent them right away. Top priority. Immediate delivery. Yes. Ma'am, you're welcome. You're welcome. He handed the phone back to Rocky. Chippy, Chuckles, get those to the nurses' quarters right away. And, Chief, have you thought about... The phone started ringing again. Before he could finish, a discordant interruption to his flow. Get the phone, will you? Chippy, get the phone. This place is a madhouse of communications. Plimpton, meanwhile, was already tangled in a veritable spiderweb of administrative calls. Sweat beading on his upper lip, he held 3 different receivers to various parts of his head, looking like a desperate octopus. Executive Officer Plimpton here. What is it? What is the nature of this unprecedented emergency? Right? That's right. I authorize building permits for the CBs of the Coconut Busters and their new mess. Hall, a bastion of culinary excellence for our brave construction battalion. Right, it is. Oh. Skipper, Plimpton's voice climbed an octave in alarm. Did you know their new mess hall was in the middle of the rifle range? Directly in the path of live. Fire, sir. It's a tragic planning oversight. He nearly dropped all 3 phones. No. Hello? Is anyone listening? Well, tell the Coconut Busters to keep their heads down during meal times and perhaps wear extra thick. Helmets. I'll watch the problems here myself. I'll oversee the intricate dance of eating and projectile trajectory. Finn, simultaneously attempting to juggle another phone, spoke into it. McGinty here. Yes. This is Commander McGinty, newly minted acting base commander of this illustrious, if slightly dilapidated installation. What? On the radar, you say? A blip? Well, track it. Man, track it with all the skill you possess. And give me a positive identification. Is it NIP? Is it Allied? Is it a particularly large seagull? Yeah, Roger, Sergeant Ridgeback. Roger that. He then looked up bewildered at Plimpton's frantic juggling act. Now, Plimpton, what is it? What is the latest impending catastrophe to grace our already overflowing inbox of doom? At that moment, Doodle Higgins, McGinty's eternally cheerful and somewhat rotund torpedo man, wandered into the office, carrying a half-eaten coconut and a wide, innocent grin, completely oblivious to the rapidly deteriorating state of executive sanity. Hi, Skipper. I just want to congratulate you on your new job. You look very commando, sir. Finn, struggling with a phone receiver jammed precariously between his ear and shoulder, snapped. And will you keep it down, Doodle? Your exuberant joviality is quite distracting. You know, can't you see we're trying to conduct important business here? Matters of life, death, and plumbing permits. Yes, Lieutenant. Affirmative. Yeah. Your garter belts are on the way. Top quality lace. I assure you, what's next on this ever-growing list of urgent demands? Doodle, completely unfazed by Finn's irritation, his cheerful demeanor uncrushable, plowed on, speaking loudly. Skipper, the boys, those paragons of initiative, we're not willing to ask your permission to throw a little shindig tonight, a celebration of base. Morale, we were thinking it could be for charity, or just for the sheer heck of it, sir. Great. That's what we need around here, is a little action. Finn boomed into the phone, his face lighting up with genuine enthusiasm. A rare moment of pure delight amidst the administrative nightmare. Action, morale, positive engagement, a vigorous display of military esprit de corps. I knew you'd say that, Skip. Doodle beamed, his eyes wide with boundless optimism. And we can rake in a pile of dough for the orphans of, wherever, because, you nincompoop. Plimpton shrieked, his already fragile nerves fraying under the strain, reaching his breaking point. His eyes darted wildly, almost independently. Can't you see we're busy? We are on the verge of administrative collapse. Shove off. Shove off. Will you, boy? Clear the room before you incur the wrath of the entire high command. Yeah, you're the skipper. McGinty, get out. Out, out, out. Plimpton pointed a trembling finger at Doodle, then at the door, then at an imaginary spot somewhere far away. And we got your okay, Skip? Doodle asked, already halfway out the door, his cheerful voice echoing back. Finn, still beaming, yelled, as far as I'm concerned, you tell those boys. Full speed ahead. A full-on celebration of military might and convivial spirit. A party of unparalleled joyous abandon. That's an order, Doodle. Make it epic. Thank a million. Skip. To the moon. Doodle chirped, before vanishing as quickly as he appeared, leaving behind only the lingering scent of coconut. Finn sighed, rubbing his temples with theatrical gesture of exhaustion. Keep me close, then Plimpton, for my sanity is rapidly approaching its breaking point. Plimpton, buried under a towering pile of requisitions, his face now a mask of profound despair, replied mournfully, Oh, I sure will, Skipper. I sure will. You'll be lucky if I can find myself. Let alone you. The chaos only escalated, a cacophony of ringing phones, shouting voices, and the distant, alarming sound of what might have been a small explosion. Okay, Chippy, we gotta scramble. Boy, PT-46 is hot on the tail of a nip sub. They're chasing it like a hungry dog after A, particularly meaty bone. Finn yelled into another phone, then grabbed a pair of salt-encrusted binoculars, peering out the window with intense focus. Hey, incidentally, what a group of one, what's the identification on that submarine? Is it a new class? A stealth model? Give me specifics, man. Oh, I don't know, Skipper. Chippy's muffled voice came back over the receiver, sounding harried. I was busy with a supply list. Sir, my desk is inundated with forms. They just reported a very submarine-wise sub. Sir, it emitted bubbles. That's all the detail I have, sir. Finn threw his hands up in despair, dropping the binoculars with a clang. Hello, hello. Is anybody out there capable of precise identification? Hello. Yeah, hello. Hello. He slapped the receiver back onto its cradle with a resounding thwack. This is a madhouse, Pip. A glorious, beautiful, utterly insane madhouse. But it's our madhouse, and we shall command it. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the newly appointed temporary high command, the other members of Finn McGinty's crew were already well underway with Doodle's shindig plans, interpreting Finn's full speed ahead order with characteristic literalness. Gizmo Jenkins, the crew's mechanical genius, who believed that anything with moving parts could be improved, often with explosive results, and Specs Miller, the scholarly one, who found the logistical challenges of organizing a party to be a fascinating sociological experiment. We're hastily arranging a display near the beach. Let's go, Gizmo. Faster. Press up the storefront. We're in business. Man, a veritable bazaar of military revelry. Specs urged, struggling with a brightly colored sarong draped across a makeshift stall made of salvage crates and palm fronds. The sarong, usually intended for much smaller individuals, stretched taut, threatening to tear. You mean that skipper said it's okay, Specs? Gizmo asked, wiping sweat from his brow with a greasy rag, momentarily pausing his frantic hammering. He actually gave permission for a proper fiesta? I thought his mood was rather volatile. You bet, his exact words were, and I quote from a highly reliable, if slightly unhinged, source. Tell the boys my orders are all a head full. Is that a base commander, or is that a base commander? Gizmo. Specs puffed out his chest, attempting to channel some of Finn's roguish charm, a feat he rarely achieved. Well, let's not just stand around, men. Idle hands are the devil's workshop, and we're on a tight schedule. Rocky Ridgeback commanded, organizing a line of eager sailors who were already clamoring for a look at the festive setup. You got it. Come on. Careful with the booze. Doodle, don't spill any of that precious jungle juice. That stuff's more volatile than. Nitroglycerin. Good. Keep it flowing. Come. You're all looking at me with eager anticipation. Come on. Whoa. Steady there. Doodle, meanwhile, was carefully balancing a precarious tray of particularly potent homemade cocktails, wobbling precariously, the liquid within a murky concoction of fermented fruit and unidentifiable spirits, sloshed dangerously. Well, let's go. Take those crumbs. Nobody wants warm jungle juice. Rocky then grabbed a megaphone, its metallic surface glinting in the tropical sun. Yeah, me and my lawnmower. Let's go. Hang those garlands. Get them strung up. All right, men. Get your money ready. Line up. The most fantastic wingding of the year, a celebration of epic proportions, is about to start. Give a little sample. Girls, just a quick peek at the marvels to come. That's enough. That's too much. Don't spoil the grand reveal. Come right this way. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. There they go, wiggling their way right into my propaganda. A masterpiece of public relations. Oh, this is going to be spectacular. Boys, a triumph of naval ingenuity and festive spirit. He gestured grandly toward a curtain made of salvage parachute silk, behind which giggling sounds could be heard. Back in his sick bay, which he had, with considerable effort, converted into a surprisingly luxurious den of convalescence, Commodore Bumble, despite his self-imposed incapacitation, was keeping a close eye on the proceedings through a set of high-powered binoculars aimed squarely at McGinty's newly occupied office. A small, self-satisfied smile played on his lips. Sure, he's on his way in. Elroy, Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker himself. His plane will touch down on our airstrip in a few minutes. Sir, any moment now, the aerial harbinger of doom will arrive. Good. McGinty, the scoundrel, that impudent sea dog, is as good as dead. His career, indeed his very naval existence, is on the chopping block. The lost boys of Coral Cove Atoll didn't let me down. Elroy, their rampant insubordination is perfectly timed. Private Mort's Myrtle, Bumble's personal aide and general whipping boy, hovered nearby, polishing an already gleaming bedpan, trying to look helpful while simultaneously remaining as inconspicuous as possible. Well, sir, I suppose they are, a little boisterous. Sir, Their current festivities might be considered by some to be a touch undignified for a naval base during wartime. Boisterous, Myrtle? Bumble cackled, a dry, rasping sound that crackled like burning leaves. They've turned Coral Cove Atoll into a regular Roman orgy. Man, a veritable bacchanalian feast of inappropriate revelry, complete with half-dressed girls and everything. It's beyond magnificent, beyond boisterous. It's precisely what iron-jawed Jawbreaker abhors with every fiber of his being. He'll have McGinty strung up by his own bootlaces. He'll use his ribbons as tinsel. It's going to be a bloodbath of disciplinary action. Myrtle, whose concept of a Roman orgy was probably based on a faded picture in a well-thumbed history book. The saucier bit's usually torn out, looked intrigued, his eyes widening slightly as he imagined the scene. "Oh, sir, may I go take a look? Just for, research purposes, sir? To, understand the enemy's recreational activities, of course." Bumble spun around in his cot, his fake frailty momentarily forgotten as he glared at Myrtle. "Control yourself, Lieutenant. What's the matter with you? Man, are you suggesting you have the stomach for such debauchery, such licentiousness? Lieutenant, Nurse Amelia Wilson should be arriving at McGinty's quarters every minute now. Another nail in. McGinty's coffin, Elroy. Another perfectly placed, meticulously planned, incontrovertible nail in his coffin of incompetence. And this one, Myrtle, is a truly magnificent nail." Myrtle blinked, still baffled. "Lieutenant Nurse Wilson, sir? But what's a nurse going to do to Commander McGinty's career? Sir, administer a sedative of paperwork, perhaps?" Bumble merely gave a conspiratorial wink, a mischievous glint in his eye. "Oh, you'll see. Elroy, you'll see. Some things are best left to the delightful machinations of strategic planning. And a comely nurse can be a most powerful weapon, Myrtle, when wielded with cunning." Meanwhile, back at Finn's new command center, the beach office that Bumble had graciously and strategically bequeathed him, Ensign Plimpton was frantically trying to clear a path through the burgeoning pile of incoming messages. He was sweating profusely, a worried frown permanently etched on his face. "Yeah, Chippy, have this sent over to maintenance, will you? And this to logistics. And this to quartermaster, and this to, oh, yeah, all right. All sailor. Nurse. All right." He stammered as Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson, a strikingly composed and intelligent woman in a crisp, if somewhat wilting uniform, walked into the office. She carried herself with an air of professional efficiency that stood in stark contrast to the rapidly descending chaos around Finn and Plimpton. Her presence seemed to cut through the oppressive heat and disarray. "Pretty nice time to press what you have there, Ensign Plimpton," she remarked, observing the disorganized state of the desk and the general air of panic. She then turned her gaze, cool and assessing, towards Finn, who was struggling with a jammed inkwell. "Lieutenant Wilson, what are you doing here, Commander McGinty?" she asked Finn, who was momentarily dumbfounded by her presence, having forgotten Bumble's secondary plot entirely. She then added pointedly, "And if I may be so bold, Commander, you're out of uniform." Finn, caught completely off guard, stumbled over his words, blushing furiously. "Out of uniform? What? Oh, well, not by choice, of course. Lieutenant, it's part of the mission. You see, an intricate deception. A cunning ruse to fool well. You wouldn't understand specifics. They're classified." Lieutenant Wilson simply raised a perfectly arched, skeptical eyebrow, her expression unreadable. "Commodore Bumble thinks you've been working too hard, Commander, pushing yourself beyond all reasonable limits, to the point of mental exhaustion, and he sent me over to take you for a swim. He seemed very concerned about your mental well-being. A refreshing dip in the bracing tropical waters should do wonders," he said. Finn's eyes narrowed. a look of dawning comprehension slowly spreading across his face as the layers of Bumble's treachery peeled away. Commodore Bumble? Concerned about my health? My mental well-being? That'll be the day. Lieutenant, that day will arrive when monkeys fly out of my ears. There's something fishy going on. Around here, Lieutenant. Very, very fishy. And it smells suspiciously like rotting cod left out in the sun for a week. Or perhaps, more accurately, like a freshly brewed plot from Commodore Bumble. He suddenly snapped his fingers, a sharp crack in the tense silence. Here, Plimpton, Matt McGinney's beach office. Check. Yeah, right. Okay, nice tip. That devious old snake. Plimpton, who was meticulously scribbling notes from his phone conversations, looked up, bewildered. No. Commander, don't tell me. Was the color of the garter belts all wrong? Was it puce instead of periwinkle? I specifically requested periwinkle. As that aligns with optimum morale regulations, sir. Finn waved him off, a look of dawning comprehension, a grim realization, slowly spreading across his face, eclipsing the earlier panic. No, it's nothing like that, Plimpton. It's far worse, far more immediate, and far more catastrophic. Admiral Jawbreaker's plane just landed. Plimpton, his metal bird has touched down. He's on his way over here in a jeep. A jeep? Plimpton, the vehicle of his dreaded inspection. Oh, well, if that's all it is, then Plimpton started, exhaling a sigh of relief, before the full horror of Finn's words finally registered in his addled brain. Iron-jawed Jawbreaker is coming here? Today? Oh, no. No, you don't suppose there's a sneak inspection here. Commander? That fiend. Now I get it. That Bumble is all sitting pretty in that sick bay, playing the invalid, orchestrating his nefarious schemes. And I'm left out here in a griddle. We're sautéed. We're roasted. We're flambéed. We're utterly and irrevocably doomed, Skipper. Lieutenant Wilson, however, remained remarkably calm amidst Plimpton's histrionics, though a flicker of curiosity played in her eyes. But, Commander, I don't understand. All the Commodore wanted to do, according to his very earnest request, was to ensure your well-being. He was quite eloquent about it. Yeah, eloquent, my foot. Finn snarled, his easy-going facade dropping like an anchor caught on a seabed mine. He just wanted to set me up to be clobbered by the toughest admiral in the fleet, a sacrificial. Lamb on the altar of Bumble self-preservation. He wanted to watch my career go up in smoke. Well, it ain't happening. Not today. He turned to Lieutenant Wilson, his eyes burning with a sudden, fierce determination. Girlie, we got work to do. Important work. Urgent work. You better get out of here and get out of that suit. Yes, your uniform, Lieutenant. It's far too official for the chaos that's about to descend. Yeah, you better put something else on. You wouldn't want to see her out of here like this. Come on. Plimpton, you too. Get a move on. We'll get this place to look like a tornado. Just rip through it. We got work to do. Very destructive, very messy work. He thrust a tattered, ancient manual of naval protocol at her. Give me that book. Every piece of documentation must be strategically scattered. Now, Plimpton, where are those party organizers, those purveyors of chaos? A few minutes later, the erstwhile party, which had moments before but a modest affair orchestrated by Doodle Higgins, was now in full, glorious, catastrophic swing at what was rapidly becoming McGinney's distraction zone. The makeshift beach bar, crafted from salvaged lumber and decorated with wilting hibiscus, was overflowing with tipsy sailors, their voices raised in cacophonous song. The Jungle Band, consisting of Gizmo Jenkins attempting to coax music from a rusty trombone and Specs Miller, frantically banging on an upturned garbage can, was playing a frenetic, off-key samba that assaulted the ears. And the sarong-clad hula girls, actually several large, hairy sailors in various stages of drag, including a surprisingly agile Rocky Ridgeback and a deeply committed Specs Miller, who had embraced his role with unsettling enthusiasm, were gyrating with alarming, hip-swiveling enthusiasm, their coconut bras threatening to defy the laws of gravity. Empty bottles of jungle juice, pineapple rinds, and discarded lays littered the sandy ground, creating a veritable minefield of festive debris. Doodle Higgins, completely unburdened by irony, spotted Finn, his face flushed with the revelry. "Oh, come on. Skip, I didn't know you liked that Rafferty so well. The guy's throwing a party for him. Way! Diplomatic genius, our Admiral Jawbreaker." Finn grabbed Doodle by the shoulder, his grip surprisingly firm. A grim determination replacing his earlier joviality. "Where's the blasted party?" "Doodle, is this what you call an appropriate level control chaos? Come on, have a call about your old face. You'll be needing a new one. Perhaps parole your buck. I need you. I'll tear him, limb from limb, if this isn't tidied up immediately." He gestured frantically towards a chaotic dance floor, where Rocky Ridgeback was now attempting a complicated flamenco step in a sarong. "Come on, dance with the hula hotshots. Wiggle your blues away. Do a quick step. Parole your buck. Throw him off. Throw him off the dance floor. Oh, I say, Skipper, are you the first dancer on the house? If so, you're doing a remarkably bad job of it." Finn marched straight to the stage, a rickety platform assembled from old ammunition crates, where a particularly exuberant Rocky Ridgeback, adorned with a wilting lei and an unconvincing coconut bra that strained against his considerable pectorals, was attempting a shimmy that defied the laws of physics and good taste. "Pick one out, Rocky. Pick a new profession. Perhaps I'm going to turn you inside out for this utter mockery of naval decorum. What do? You madman? Turn off that music. The party's over. You hear me? Over. Like a bad dream. It has reached its ignominious conclusion." Rocky, momentarily confused but ever respectful of Finn's authority, especially when Finn looked genuinely furious, saluted stiffly, nearly dislodging a precarious coconut bra. "But, Skip, in the office just a moment ago, you gave me a magic word. You said full speed ahead. You endorsed rampant jollity. You were, dare I say, quite keen." Finn gritted his teeth, his jaw tight. "Oh, I did, huh? Well, let me give you another magic word. Rocky, a far more potent incantation. Iron-jawed Jawbreaker. And he's on his way here right now to blast this entire atoll into oblivion and conduct his utterly terrifying blitz and spectre inspection. He will peel the paint from these very walls with his disapproval. Yeah, and he's specifically coming to see all the skippers responsible for this den of iniquity, this hub of unbridled licentiousness. Now, come on, let's move this stuff out of here, and fast, with extreme prejudice. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's go. Move it. Get it out of here. Every last pineapple, every last discarded coconut shell, and every last plastic garland. And for goodness sake, get those sarongs off Specs before he catches jungle fever. Or worse, a severe case of dignity deficiency. Suddenly, Chippy Chuckles burst through the rapidly dispersing crowd, his eyes wide with unadulterated panic, his cap now completely askew, almost hanging off his head. "Hey, Skipper, the Jeep's coming. I see the dust cloud. Hold me. I fear for my very life. Jump the torpedoes. It's the Admiral, the Iron Jaw. He is upon us." Finn sprang into action, barking orders with the rapid-fire precision of a machine gun. "Chippy, get these girls out of here. Quick! All of them. Every single one of them. Regardless of their sartorial state." Doodle, still clinging to his empty coconut, looked around in utter confusion. "But where? Skipper? Where do we put them? There's nowhere to hide a dozen fully grown men in skirts on a deserted beach. Skipper, The island simply isn't large enough for such profound level of concealment. Finn scanned the immediate vicinity, his eyes darting frantically, his mind racing for a solution. His gaze finally settled upon the reinforced concrete structure of the base's air raid shelter, usually used for storing emergency rations and the occasional stray, disobedient chicken. Anywhere, just get them out of sight. Here, put them in the air raid shelter. It's solid concrete. It'll withstand scrutiny, if not an actual air raid. I'll steer the admiral clear. Go on. Boy, move with the speed of a startled gazelle. All right, now, girls, you and the skipper, let's move out of here and shake a leg. Or, whatever you shake. Get him. Get him. Disappear. All right. Come on. All set. All starched. Just kidding. Now look busy. Look like you've been working tirelessly for the war effort. He quickly shed his uniform tunic, grabbed a tattered fishing net from a nearby pile of derelict gear, and began to make himself look busy, as if he'd just emerged from a strenuous deep-sea fishing expedition, covered in seaweed and smelling faintly of dead fish. Plimpton, meanwhile, was attempting to use a leaf blower to scatter a pile of important documents, hoping to give the impression of extreme disorganization rather than sloth. Within moments, the jeep-carrying admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker, a formidable man with a granite jawline that seemed carved from bedrock and eyes that could bore holes through steel plating, pulled up to Finn's now decidedly less festive-looking beach office. Accompanying him was a stiff-backed Lieutenant Kreider, the admiral's aide, whose uniform appeared to have been starched by sheer force of will alone, rather than any actual laundry detergent. Kreider held a clipboard with an air of immense solemnity, his pencil poised for the meticulous recording of infractions. The jeep itself was immaculate, reflecting Jawbreaker's penchant for order. Okay, all right, brace yourselves, you guys, Finn muttered frantically to Plimpton, who was attempting to hide a tray of rum-laced fruit punch behind his back with the subtle grace of a frightened hippopotamus. Here he comes. The moment of truth. Turn, salute. He straightened up, adopted a suitably earnest expression, scrubbing some sand from his face, and saluted with exaggerated, almost theatrical, precision. Welcome to Coral Cove, Adol, sir. Acting Base Commander McGinty, at your humble service. Sir, it is an honor, sir, an unparalleled honor. Jawbreaker, a man who believed smiles were a sign of weakness and emotional extravagance, merely grunted, a low rumble that suggested a perpetually grumbling internal engine. At ease, gentlemen. He surveyed Finn with an unblinking, dispassionate stare that felt like a thorough, humiliating physical examination, dissecting every aspect of Finn's less than immaculate appearance. Plimpton, attempting to mimic Finn's crisp, if exaggerated, salute, performed a sort of spasmodic convulsion, nearly spilling the punch he was hiding, which sloshed ominously. And as acting executive officer, Plimpton at your command, sir, ready for your discerning eye. Sir. He quickly dumped a punch behind a nearby bush, hoping no one noticed the sudden, alcoholic wilting of a rather sturdy hibiscus plant. Jawbreaker's gaze, however, was not on the wilting hibiscus or the flustered Plimpton. It was fixed with unsettling intensity on Finn's neck, where the fishing net, a tangible symbol of Finn's hurried improvisation, was still draped. What the devil is that thing around your neck, Commander McGinty? He barked, pointing a leathery finger that looked more accustomed to pointing at naval charts than at improvised accessories. Finn, remembering his quick transformation, grinned, attempting to radiate an air of carefree charm despite the icy terror gripping his heart. It's an old native custom, sir, a venerable tradition of the islanders, steeped in folklore, a sign of welcome and reverence for esteemed visitors to our humble shores. Piranha, come on my way. Come on. It's, for luck. Sir, a protective talisman. It wards off evil spirits and a tropical unpleasantness. He gestured vaguely at the fishing net still draped about him like a rather ill-fitting sandy scarf. Jawbreaker's brow furrowed, deepening the already formidable lines etched into his face. Will you stop that gibberish? McGinty, this isn't a luau. This is a naval base in the midst of a global conflict, not some theatrical production of South Pacific. Let's get down to business. Commander, serious business. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir, but let's keep it professional, if you please. Fine. Knowing full well what business meant to Jawbreaker, usually the dismantling of careers and the surgical removal of inefficiencies, nodded meekly, trying to adopt an expression of utmost solemnity, though a flicker of desperation was visible in his eyes. I heard when I landed that Commodore Bumble was in the hospital, Jawbreaker stated, his voice flat and devoid of emotion, though a glint in his eye suggested he already suspected foul play, a rat in the nest, so to speak. Oh, that's right, sir. Finn confirmed, a perfectly innocent expression plastered on his face, though he felt a fresh bead of sweat trickle down his back. A terrible, truly debilitating bout of tropical whatever it is. Sir, a rare and highly contagious malady, I believe. Quite debilitating. He'll be shattered. Sir, simply shattered. His spirit broken. A man of his robust constitution brought low by a microscopic foe. Jawbreaker grunted again, a sound that could mean anything from understood to, I suspect you're lying through your teeth. I'll pay my respects to him first, Commander, as is only proper for a superior officer, and then we get on with the inspection. McGinty, a thorough, comprehensive inspection. Yes, sir. You men, you collection of rather scruffy individuals, report to your stations at once, and ensure those stations are immaculate. I'll just make it quick. Visit to the infirmary. He turned sharply. This way, Commander McGinty. You will accompany me. Right this way, sir. Finn chirped, relieved at the momentary reprieve, and quickly motioning with a subtle, frantic flick of his hand to Plimpton to ensure the hula girls remained hidden, deep within the dark, stuffy confines of the air raid shelter. Meanwhile, in his sick bay, which he had, with considerable effort, converted into a surprisingly luxurious den of convalescence, complete with makeshift bar crafted from old medical carts, Commodore Bumble, despite his self-imposed incapacitation, was keeping a close eye on the proceedings through a set of high-powered binoculars aimed squarely at McGinty's newly occupied office. A small, self-satisfied, indeed almost malevolent, smile played on his lips, a testament to his ingenious plotting. Sure, he's on his way in. Elroy, Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker himself. His plane will touch down on our airstrip in a few minutes, sir. Any moment now, the aerial harbinger of disciplinary doom will arrive. Good. McGinty, the scoundrel, that impudent sea dog, is as good as dead. His career, indeed his very naval existence, is on the chopping block. The lost boys of Coral Cove Atoll didn't let me down. Elroy, their rampant insubordination, their glorious disregard for all things sacred and military, is perfectly timed for maximum devastating effect. Private Mort's Myrtle, Bumble's personal aide and general whipping boy, hovered nearby, nervously polishing an already gleaming bedpan, his expression a mixture of profound terror and bewildered obedience. He was trying to look helpful while simultaneously remaining as inconspicuous as possible, as if he could magically melt into the wallpaper. Well, sir, I suppose they are, well, a little boisterous, sir. Their current festivities, which sound remarkably unnaval, might be considered, by some sticklers for decorum, to be a touch undignified for a naval base during wartime, even for a Saturday afternoon. Boisterous, Myrtle? Bumble cackled, a dry, rasping sound that crackled like burning leaves and seemed to vibrate the very air. They've turned Coral Cove Atoll into a regular Roman orgy. Man, a veritable bacchanalian feast of inappropriate revelry, complete with half-dressed girls and everything. It's beyond magnificent, beyond boisterous. It's precisely what Iron-Jawed Jawbreaker abhors with every fiber of his being. He'll have McGinty strung up by his own bootlaces. He'll use his ribbons as tinsel for the next Christmas tree. It's going to be a bloodbath of disciplinary action, a veritable purge. Myrtle, whose concept of a Roman orgy was probably based on a faded picture in a well-thumbed history book. The saucier bitch, usually torn out, looked intrigued, his eyes widening slightly as he imagined the scandalous scene. His imagination, usually limited to the exact dimensions of a freshly polished button, was running wild. "Oh, sir, may I go take a look? Just for, research purposes, sir? To, better understand the enemy's recreational activities. Of course, Commodore, a deep dive into the sociology of hedonism." Bumble spun around in his cot with surprising speed, his fake frailty momentarily forgotten as he glared at Myrtle. He smacked the binoculars down onto his chest. "Control yourself, Lieutenant. What's the matter with you? Man, are you suggesting you have the stomach for such debauchery, such licentiousness, such a shocking display of the human form? Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson should be arriving at McGinty's quarters every minute now. Another nail in McGinty's coffin. Elroy, another perfectly placed, meticulously planned, incontrovertible nail in his coffin of incompetence. And this one, Myrtle, is a truly magnificent stainless steel nail of poetic justice." Myrtle blinked, still utterly baffled by the layers of Bumble's plotting. "Lieutenant Nurse Wilson, sir? But what's a nurse going to do to Commander McGinty's career? Sir, administer a sedative of paperwork, perhaps, or give him a sponge bath to wash away his insubordination." Bumble merely gave a conspiratorial wink, a mischievous glint in his eye that bordered on manic. "Oh, you'll see, Elroy. You'll see. Some things are best left to the delightful machinations of strategic planning. And the air over Coral Cove Atoll, a forgotten pearl in the vast, contested expanse of Pacific, hung heavy and humid, a stifling blanket woven from salt spray and the oppressive breath of 1,000 unseen jungle spirits. It clung to every soul and corner of the makeshift naval base like a particularly determined barnacle, smelling perpetually of stale coconut oil, diesel fumes, and the slow, inexorable decay of all tropical things. The corrugated iron barracks shimmered under a relentless sun, baking their inhabitants in a relentless oven of wartime existence. Overhead, a single rusty ceiling fan in the Commodore's office spun with pathetic, wheezing sigh, merely recirculating the warm, moist air, doing little to alleviate the pervasive discomfort. Outside, the incessant, maddening buzz of cicadas competed with the distant, rhythmic clang of a broken pump somewhere near the supply depot, a perpetual soundtrack to the mounting frustrations of the day. Commodore Beauregard Bumble, a man whose face permanently resided in a shade of apoplectic crimson, a hue typically reserved for exotic sunsets or freshly boiled lobsters, and whose tightly buttoned uniform perpetually looked sizes too small, found himself battling this pervasive adversary daily. His weapon of choice, or rather his battle station, was behind a monumental mahogany desk, its surface buried beneath a precarious avalanche of paperwork, half-eaten tins of Spam, and a small ceramic statue of glowering, pot-bellied Buddha. The office itself, a single corrugated iron box with windows perpetually blurred by salt crust and jungle grime, magnified the island's humidity, transforming every breath into a viscous effort. He leaned back in his ancient, squeaky swivel chair, defiant, protesting creak accompanying the move, and pointed a trembling, cigar-clenched finger, the cigar itself unlit, but nonetheless an integral prop in his dramatic repertoire, at Lieutenant Quentin K. Quickstep, Lieutenant Quickstep, a paragon of youthful earnestness and naval rectitude, possessed the unfortunate, almost supernatural, habit of always being precisely where Commodore Bumble least wanted him to be, usually within range of his most fervent tirades. Quickstep stood ramrod straight, his own crisp, starched uniform already beginning to wilt at the collar, the starch dissolving like courage in the face of overwhelming odds. His eyes were fixed on some point just beyond the Commodore's left ear, a blank, distant stare, as if anticipating a sudden aerial attack of classified documents, or perhaps a rogue coconut dislodged by a particularly ambitious parrot. Lieutenant Quickstep, Bumble bellowed, his voice ricocheting off the tin walls, a sound akin to a distressed foghorn echoing in a submarine. The outburst caused a startled parrot perched on a nearby palm frond to squawk in protest and shed a single, brightly colored feather onto the dusty ground outside, a small, vibrant casualty of the Commodore's vocal force. I believe I just articulated a profound sentiment of, shall we say, astonishment, a guttural, primal exclamation of the utterly unexpected, a cascading chorus of, and I quote, from the deepest chambers of my beleaguered soul, and it was a deeply felt quote, mind you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He slammed the unlit cigar onto his desk with a dramatic flourish, a gesture that sent a fresh cascade of dust motes dancing in the single shaft of sunlight filtering through a particularly grimy, salt-encrusted window pane. The framed portrait of Admiral Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker on the wall, a formidable man with a jawline seemingly sculpted from granite, shuddered precariously, its hook groaning under the strain. And what, pray tell, Lieutenant, what force of nature or administrative oversight provoked such an ungentlemanly, yet deeply felt, expression of profound incredulity from your commanding officer? None other than the critical, indispensable, utterly vital, and frankly baffling requisition that landed on my desk this very morning, demanding, in no uncertain terms, the immediate procurement of garter belts. Garter belts, Quickstep. You, sir, are the supply officer here. Are you not? Do you deny your designated role in this bureaucratic circus? His voice rose to a shrill crescendo, mirroring the parrot's earlier indignation, echoing through the claustrophobic office. Quickstep flinched, a small, involuntary twitch of his left eye, an almost imperceptible ripple in his otherwise rigid posture. He swallowed, the movement visible in his taut throat, a nervous bobbing of his Adam's apple. Yes, Commodore. Sir. His mind, trained for order, steeped in the meticulous minutiae of naval regulation and the exact numerical categorization of every conceivable item, scrambled frantically to reconcile this outlandish demand with the hallowed pages of the standard Naval Supply Catalog. He was prepared for anything. Ammunition shortages that required inventive field solutions, rationing disputes that devolved into shouting matches over single ounces of powdered milk, or even a sudden infestation of aggressive, highly territorial land crabs in the PX, the post-exchange, that required an immediate emergency, deployment of bug bombs. But garter belts? That was firmly, unequivocally, outside the Quickstep purview of expected combat logistics. The very concept sent a disquieting, utterly unmilitary shiver down his spine. It felt personal. Bumble slammed his fist down again, a heavy, resounding thud that rattled the entire desk, sending pens scattering like fleeing battalions. This time, the impact sent tremors through a half-empty glass of what appeared to be muddy, brackish water, the color of stale bilge, but which Bumble, with unwavering conviction, swore was freshly purified spring water, filtered personally through 3 layers of coconut husks, and a salvage coffee filter. If the nurses, Lieutenant, those valiant angels of mercy, those dedicated purveyors of healing and comfort, toiling tirelessly and with great personal sacrifice in our base infirmary, which, might I add, is presently struggling to cope with an unprecedented influx of jungle rot cases, an alarming shortage of sterile bandages, and a critically low stock of quinine for malaria. But I digress. If those nurses, the very backbone of our healing infrastructure, need garter belts, Lieutenant, then you snap to it. Do you hear me? You move with alacrity. I mean, you shake a leg, perform a veritable fandango of procurement. You perform miracles of requisitioning. Oh, you know what I mean, man. A sense of immediate and overwhelming urgency. Quick step. Immediate and unequivocal action. This is not a request. It is a directive from the highest echelons of this command. He leaned forward, his crimson face mere inches from Quickstep's nose, his breath, hot and smelling faintly of stale cigars and antacids, washing over the younger officer. This is a matter of morale. Quickstep, utmost critical, indispensable moral. Do you comprehend the existential gravity of a lack of proper foundational undergarments in wartime? It could cripple the war effort. It could undermine the very foundations of Allied strength in the Pacific. Imagine the headlines. Man, imagine the utterly damning, humiliating, and utterly catastrophic headlines that would blast across the globe. Coral Cove Atoll crumbles, under weight of sagging hosiery. The enemy, Lieutenant, the Imperial Japanese Navy, would not only cheer, they would launch a propaganda blitz that would make our ears bleed and our hearts sink, all because our brave nurses' stockings were failing in their primary duty of remaining aloft. It is a strategic imperative. Quickstep stammered, his mind racing through arcane procurement manuals, searching for any loophole, any forgotten addendum, any obscure paragraph that might remotely address this bizarre demand. His forehead beaded with sweat, not from the heat, but from the sheer mental gymnastics required. Sir, I'm not sure we have any requisition codes for personal, elasticated hosiery fasteners. Feminine issued with decorative lace trim, standard periwinkle blue. Sir, the naval bureaucracy, Commodore, with all due respect, simply hasn't caught up with the more intimate needs of our fighting forces. Sir, it is an oversight of unprecedented proportions. Sir, a lacuna in the administrative framework. He felt an uncontrollable blush creeping up his neck, engulfing his ears. The very conversation felt unseemly, utterly unsuited to a man of his military discipline. Bumble scoffed, blowing a plume of imaginary, acrid smoke from his unlit cigar. Codes be damned. Man, codes are for clerks. Codes are for pen pushers and petty bureaucrats. I demand results, not excuses. Just find them. Invent a code if you must. Fabricate a requisition category. Declare them tactical hosiery stabilizers. Do whatever it takes. Quickstep. Employ ingenuity. What a war. Quickstep. What an utterly, profoundly, ridiculously bewildering, frustrating, and morally bankrupt war this has become. I tell you, man, my spirit is being tested. Everything, absolutely everything, is on my shoulders. Man, the weight of the entire Pacific theater, indeed, the entire global conflict, rests solely upon these aging, yet still surprisingly robust shoulders of mine. He dramatically slapped both shoulders for emphasis, grunting slightly with the effort, causing a fresh tremor to ripple through his desk and a nearby pile of urgent dispatches to slide. Perilously close to the edge, a lone, petrified cockroach, its antennae twitching nervously, scuttled across a pile of urgent messages, seeking refuge in the darkest corner of the office, fleeing the imminent chaos. Just as Quickstep was about to offer a formal apology for the perceived burden of existence, for the sheer audacity of being a living organism while Bumble bore the weight of the world, for the cosmic injustice of having to breathe the same air as his distressed Commodore, Private Chippy Chuckles, Bumble's perpetually breathless junior aide, burst into the office like a startled jackrabbit. Chippy, a nervous young man whose cap was always askew, a testament to his habit of constantly running into door frames during moments of panic, and whose glasses perpetually threatened to slide off his nose, usually during moments of extreme urgency, when he needed them most, skidded to a halt with an audible squeak of his worn sandals. He held a crumpled telex form, the paper already damp with his perspiration, as if it were a ticking hand grenade, sweat beading profusely on his forehead. "Commodore, sir, urgent communiques, sir." Chippy blurted, barely pausing to inhale, his chest heaving with exertion. "I just got a message from a pal of mine at Conflict Central. Sir," an intercepted coded burst. "Sir, from a highly classified channel. Sir, highly classified, sir." His voice was a breathless, high-pitched squeak, strained to the point of breaking. "Admiral, Iron Jaw Jericho Jawbreaker is arriving today on a sneak inspection. Sir, an unscheduled, unexpected, unannounced early arrival, ahead of schedule, totally unexpected. Sir." He gulped a convulsive swallow, his eyes wide with a mixture of raw fear and a strange, morbid awe. "Oh, no. Iron Jaw Jawbreaker is coming here. Sir, the legend himself, the scourge of sloppy bases, the nemesis of disorganization." The effect on Commodore Bumble was instantaneous and terrifying. His crimson complexion deepened to a vibrant, almost violent, shade of purple, clashing horribly with the rapidly whitening knuckles clutching his now shattered cigar. His eyes, already bulging, seemed to threaten to pop clean out of their sockets, vibrating with a barely contained terror. The unlit cigar snapped cleanly in two between his clenched teeth, the dry tobacco showering onto the already cluttered desktop like fine, brown confetti. He remained frozen for a moment, a statue of pure, distilled dread, a tableau of unadulterated panic, as if the very air had been sucked from a room, leaving him breathless and petrified. Then a primal, guttural roar, a sound that seemed to emanate from the very depths of his being, escaped him. "Iron Jaw Jawbreaker," he wheezed, the very name catching his throat like a swallowed bone, echoing the distant clang of the broken pump. The name alone struck fear, a cold, icy dread, into the hearts of officers from Pearl Harbor to Pago Pago, a fear known universally throughout the ranks of the United States Navy. A stickler for protocol, a zealot for spotlessness, a man rumored to be able to smell a loose thread on an ensign's cuff from 20 paces across a parade ground, and whose personal mantra was a chilling order, discipline, white gloves. Jawbreaker's sneak inspections were legendary and invariably catastrophic. They typically left behind a trail of demotions, public humiliations, meticulous reports detailing every microscopic imperfection and shattered careers. Whole squadrons had been reassigned due to his unforgiving eye. Bumble leaped to his feet with an almost impossible burst of frantic energy, knocking his chair over with a theatrical clatter that seemed to emphasize his mounting panic. It spun mournfully on its back, a visual metaphor for Bumble's rapidly destabilizing equilibrium, before settling with a defeated groan. "That's all I need. The man's practically got sensory organs specifically designed for detecting. Dust bunnies beneath my filing cabinet from a mile off when he's nosing around. His eyes are microscopic. His nostrils are tuned to detect any non-regulation aroma, be it stale coffee or jungle rot, or even the faint whiff of unpolished brass. Do you realize what a mess this place is in? Quick step. Chuckles, do either of you, in your limited understanding, have even the faintest, most microscopic understanding of the colossal, unprecedented, utterly soul-destroying mess this entire atoll has become? It's not a base. It's a disorganized heap of tropical decay and administrative negligence. We are drowning in our own filth. Hello, is anybody listening out there in the swirling vortex of impending doom? Are my words merely echoing into the vast emptiness of military apathy? Yes, this is Commodore Beauregard Bumble, who happens to be in a state of utter, unbridled, and fully justified panic. I assure you, who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of perfumed geisha girl handing out perfumed hand towels and soothing pleasantries? Tokyo. Rose? I'm speaking to a universe that clearly cares not for my sanity. We're facing total annihilation by tidiness. He will literally find dust in our soul. Oh, the ignominy, the utter, soul-crushing, career-ending ignominy. He paced frantically, a desperate, bewildered flurry of movement, tripping over a discarded uniform boot and nearly going sprawling. His indignant outburst, a crescendo of bureaucratic rage, was abruptly interrupted by the persistent, jarring, almost malevolent ringing of his field phone, a rusty contraption of dubious reliability that seemed to possess an almost malicious sense of comedic timing, ringing exactly at the worst possible moment. He snatched it up, glaring at the receiver, as if it were personally responsible for his impending doom, and indeed, for the entire unfortunate situation of war and the very existence of Admiral Jawbreaker. Yes, this is Commodore Bumble, and I am currently at the precise epicenter of unmitigated chaos. If you must know, so spare me your pleasantries. Who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of siren, singing sweet songs of peace and tranquility? Tokyo Rose? Speak. Confound you. Speak your piece before I tear your metallic, infernal existence limb from limb. He paused, listening, his brow furrowing deeper with each strained, whining syllable he heard through the crackling line, his already florid complexion darkening further to a dangerously purple-black. What? The Sinks? In the Petty Officers Club? Are backing up? You mean the foul, putrid effluvium of yesterday's rations is slowly but surely creeping its way onto the dance floor. So, what do you expect me to do about it? You utterly clueless imbecile. Do you take me for a common laborer? For a greasy artisan of pipes? I'm the commanding officer here. Man, I'm not a plumber. Does my uniform, emblazoned as it is with the glorious insignia of command, the very symbols of strategic brilliance, bear the humble, mud-stained insignia of a Master Chief Plumber's Mate First Class? I think not. I am a strategist, a brilliant, underappreciated leader of men, an orator of unparalleled military rhetoric, a gentleman of impeccable, if currently distressed breeding, a paragon of naval rectitude. He slammed the phone down with a mighty crash, narrowly missing his hand, and sending another, larger cascade of documents fluttering to the floor like bewildered seabirds taking flight in A. Gale. He ran a hand over his sweating, glistening, rapidly moistening bald pate, looking utterly wretched, the sheen of sweat catching the meager, dusty light filtering through the window. His uniform was already rumpled, creased in 100 places. His hair, what little he had remaining, disheveled, plastered to his scalp. Sir, Lieutenant Quickstep ventured cautiously, stepping delicately over a fallen pile of charts and a discarded hardtack biscuit, his voice a nervous whisper, barely audible above the ringing in Bumble's ears. Commodore, if I may, I observe you taking some medication earlier, sir. Your stomach acid. It could start a car, sir. Indeed, from the sound of it, you have a veritable internal combustion engine attempting to erupt within your very being. Quickstep's eyes flickered to the small, ever-present bottle of antacids on Bumble's desk, a permanent fixture beside a framed photo of a rather stern-looking woman Quickstep suspected was Mrs. Bumble, perhaps the only person on Earth capable of striking even greater fear into the Commodore's heart than Admiral Jawbreaker himself. He knew these pills usually provided momentary relief, at best, a temporary reprieve from Bumble's constant gastrointestinal distress. Bumble merely waved a dismissive hand, the gesture sweeping away a handful of scattered paperclips and a suspicious-looking dead fly. Pills, Quickstep. Don't mention the pills. These infernal things are a plot. I tell you, a pharmaceutical conspiracy designed by my enemies, undoubtedly financed by the Nips, to undermine my very digestive fortitude. Each one is a tiny saboteur, wreaking havoc in my already tempestuous gut. His eyes narrowed as if the pills themselves were sentient, malevolent entities, plotting his downfall from the innocuous glass bottle. "Please, sir," Quickstep insisted, his brow creased with genuine, albeit terrified, concern, his sense of duty overriding his fear. "Take it easy on those pills. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please. The last time, sir, you nearly mistook a hibiscus bush for an insubordinate ensign and attempted to give it extra latrine duty. It was a rather embarrassing botanical encounter, sir." Bumble scoffed, a short, sharp bark of pure contempt that rattled Quickstep's teeth. "Indigestion? Indigestion is for the faint of heart. Quickstep, indigestion is for the weak-willed and the morally flaccid. I feel a veritable volcano, brewing within my very viscera, a churning, acid-spewing maelstrom of gastric discontent. My internal organs are staging a full-scale mutiny. But I don't care. Do you hear me? I don't care. I just don't care what ravages my internal organs. For my mind is fixed on higher matters, on survival, by the celestial stars above, the benevolent heavens themselves. If I really get sick, truly, unequivocally, catastrophically ill, sick beyond all reasonable medical repair, then someone else, some other poor, unsuspecting wretch, would have to face the admiral, the iron jaw, the great white menace of military inspections. Oh, wait a minute, you say. A flicker of something, akin to a mad glint, a spark of sheer, unadulterated, nefarious genius, appeared in his eyes, chasing away the cloud of self-pity. He stopped pacing abruptly, suddenly still, the frantic energy momentarily draining from him. The clattering of paperwork, the stifling heat, the relentless buzz of cicadas, the impending doom, all seemed to coalesce into a single brilliant, nefarious, utterly audacious idea. His face transformed, a malevolent grin slowly spreading across his features, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. If I was sick, he mused, tapping his cigar stub, which he had somehow retrieved, with a newly invigorated intensity, the sound of sharp, percussive crack in the stifling silence. Genuinely, catastrophically, undeniably sick, then I could appoint an acting base commander. Couldn't I? A temporary replacement, a suitable scapegoat, a sacrificial lamb to absorb the full brunt of the iron jaw's fury. Right, Lieutenant Quickstep? That's perfectly within regulations, isn't it? A temporary incapacitation. Say an unexpected, highly contagious, extremely debilitating, but ultimately non-fatal tropical fever, the kind that renders one completely helpless, but ultimately capable of full recovery just after the admiral has departed. He punctuated his words with a dramatic, hacking cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat. A truly Oscar-worthy performance. Quickstep, ever the regulations man, ever the obedient automaton of naval procedure, nodded hesitantly, tried to access his mental database of emergency provisions, searching for the exact subparagraph. "Oh, yes, sir. Within emergency provisions, such a course of action is, indeed, entirely within parameters. Yes, a temporary transfer of command for medical reasons. Most certainly." His mind immediately went to the chain of command, sorting through who the logical, most competent, and therefore least likely to enrage Jawbreaker choice might be. Perhaps himself, or Lieutenant Commander Higgins from Supply, a notoriously timid but efficient man, known for his ability to accurately count every grain of rice on the island. He certainly would not have picked the man Bumble was thinking of. But Bumble wasn't listening. He was already spinning the intricate web of his genius, a masterpiece of self-preservation and malicious delegation. His mind, often likened to a sluggish bilge pump, a repository of bureaucratic detritus, had, on this rare occasion, decided to function like a supercharged centrifuge, spinning off plans with terrifying speed and precision. "And I want you to know, Lieutenant," he declared, striking a heroic pose that unfortunately highlighted the tightness of his tunic, which threatened to burst at the seams, that I am ready to accept the supreme test. The supreme test of finding an appropriate sacrificial lamb for Iron-Jaw Jawbreaker, a suitable patsy to absorb the full force of the Admiral's righteous wrath. And I know just a man, Quickstep, just a man, who will undoubtedly cause an unparalleled display of administrative ineptitude, a man whose mere presence can cause regulations to spontaneously combust. He paused, a mischievous grin stretching across his purple face, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. Not Julian, not Lieutenant Quickstep. No, 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 no. He rubbed his hands together with a truly diabolical glee, the sound dry and conspiratorial, like rustling leaves in a graveyard. Commander Finian Fimmigini, that rogue, that insubordinate rascal, that irreverent scoundrel, with McGinty and his scallywags, his motley collection of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, his rabble of rum-swilling, rule-breaking misfits in charge of Coral Cove Atoll, for a mere afternoon, a paltry few hours. They will run wild. They will dismantle this base board by board. They will desecrate every sacred naval regulation. They will absolutely and definitively destroy themselves right in front of the Admiral. It's absolutely brilliant. Quickstep. Utterly, staggeringly, undeniably brilliant. A masterpiece of strategic delegation and inspired revenge. Bumble peered at his reflection in the dusty, salt-encrusted mirror hanging crookedly on the wall, an unflattering representation of his florid face and bulging eyes. He adjusted his already askew cap, attempting to project an air of tragic dignity, to enhance his carefully cultivated image of the dying hero. He exaggerated a cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat, a truly authentic, rattling sound, and feigned a tremble in his hand, holding it out for inspection. Uh-huh, I do look sort of sick to you, don't I? All right. A pallor, Quickstep. A decided pallor. The pallor of impending doom. I am a vision of profound debilitation. He tilted his head, adopting what he believed was a look of profound, feverish debilitation, a look that bordered on the grotesque. Quickstep, caught completely off guard by the sheer audacity of the scheme, by the breathtaking villainy of the plan, found himself nodding vigorously, his eyes wide, his carefully constructed military composure threatening to shatter. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his temple, tasting of salt and fear. Yes, sir. Terribly sick, sir. Utterly, spectacularly unwell. Commodore. In fact, sir, with that particular shade of purple on your countenance. You almost look feverish. Quite alarmingly so, sir. Don't you think you'd better call a medic? Sir? Right away, sir. With utmost haste, sir. Before your constitution completely gives way. Before your very being dissolves into a puddle of sickness. He even added an extra, earnest emphasis to the terribly sick part, trying desperately to match the Commodore's dramatic flair, to become an accomplice in this grand charade of illness. Excellent. Quickstep. My boy. On the double. Don't stand there gawking at my imminent demise. Man, time is of the essence. Bumble's voice cracked theatrically, dissolving into another paroxysm of feigned coughs, each one a masterclass in pulmonary distress. Chippy, Chippy, he yelled, attempting to appear faint, his voice now a mere whisper, weak and gasping. It's Commodore Bumble. Hurry. He's not well. He's succumbing to the tropical scourge. Quick. On the double. Chuckles. I think I'm going to pay a terrible price for my dedication to duty. His voice trailed off dramatically, his eyes rolling back in his head with an entirely unconvincing, theatrical lurch as he aimed for a graceful collapse onto his desk. Chippy, always eager to please, always a step behind in grasping the Commodore's convoluted intentions, misheard the final, dramatic word. Oh, sir, you're going to pay, he echoed, a confused frown creasing his young brow, his glasses slipping further down his nose. He rummaged frantically through his pockets, his uniform rustling, as if the Commodore was asking for a personal loan or some kind of last-minute bribe from his meager earnings. My meager earnings, sir? Are they required for your recovery? I only have a few pesos, sir. He was too busy searching for coins to notice the trajectory of the collapsing Commodore. Oh, sir, you didn't say it to catch you. Just as Bumble performed his elaborate stage swoon, launching himself dramatically onto the desk, Chippy, still bewildered and fumbling, completely failed to support him, resulting in a surprisingly solid, rather undignified thud as Bumble's ample frame hit the floor, narrowly missing an overflowing ashtray and sending a miniature dust cloud into the already oppressive air. You're a stupid numbskull, chuckles. Bumble bellowed, momentarily forgetting his feigned illness and springing up on the floor like a jack-in-the-box, rubbing his rather tender backside with considerable vigor. His crimson complexion deepened from purple to a shade of livid maroon, his eyes burning with genuine fury. Thanks. Chippy, thanks a million for your profound support in my moment of utter collapse. You're stellar. Rescue will not be forgotten. Indeed, it will be enshrined as a prime example of gross incompetence. Chippy, utterly mortified by a spectacular failure and the Commodore's subsequent wrath, saluted stiffly, his face as red as a freshly boiled prawn, his ears burning. Thank you, sir. Good old sir, he mumbled, already imagining the long hours of remedial officer-catching drills and detailed salute improvement exercises that would undoubtedly follow. Oh, sir. Sir, it's Commander McGinty. He's coming this way, sir. Lieutenant Quickstep announced, his voice urgent, having spotted the familiar, shambolic form of Commander Finian, Finn McGinty strolling leisurely towards Bumble's office, whistling a jaunty, entirely inappropriate sea shanty, oblivious to the high drama unfolding within. Bumble, hearing this, immediately reassumed his role, his recovery from the floor a miraculous transformation from fury to frailty, a beatific, if somewhat manic and highly suspect, smile spread across his face. He even managed to produce a faint, pathetic moan, a sound he had perfected after years of feigning various ailments to avoid tedious administrative tasks. He staggered over to his cot, an ancient canvas affair that perpetually smelled of mildew, threw himself onto it with a grunt that decidedly belied his alleged sickness, and pulled a grubby, stained blanket over himself, burying his head with theatrical flourish. I don't remember anything, all right? My memory is a sieve, Quickstep, a veritable sieve, full of holes. It's a trick, boys, a cruel trick of fate. My mind has gone to some happy place where there are no admirals. I'm a very sick man, don't forget. An invalid, you hear me? A helpless, decrepit invalid at the mercy of my subordinates. Just then, the door creaked open, admitting Commander Finn McGinty, a man whose easy grin and perpetually crumpled uniform suggested a lifelong indifference to regulations, much to Bumble's eternal chagrin. Paused in the doorway, his keen eyes taking in the chaotic scene, the overturned chair, the dust-covered Commodore dramatically moaning on the cot, the flustered aides. His PT boat, the Coral Cat, was a ramshackle miracle of ingenuity, held together by sheer willpower and questionable engineering, much like its commander himself. His crew, Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, the nervous, neurotic second-in-command. Specs Miller, the bespectacled intellectual who saw the universe through a prism of obscure facts. Gizmo Jenkins, the mechanical savant who could fix anything with a paperclip and a prayer. Doodle Higgins, the perpetually hungry and good-natured simpleton whose heart was as big as his appetite. And Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, the grizzled, tough-as-nails veteran who preferred the company of a good rifle to petty officer squabbles, were an equally motley but fiercely loyal bunch. They were currently somewhere between inventing a new method for deep-sea poker and attempting to distilled jungle juice from fermented fruit in defiance of several naval directives. "Oh, hi, Commodore," Finn said, his voice laced with mild, almost comical surprise, his hands casually tucked into his pockets, utterly unfooled by the dramatic display. He leaned against the doorframe, a picture of relaxed skepticism, one eyebrow slightly raised. "What's wrong, sir? Are you having one of your usual, dramatic episodes? Commodore?" He eyed the fallen chair and the twitching blanket with a discernible smirk. Bumble, from beneath the blanket, groaned pitifully, his voice muffled, a low, drawn-out sound of suffering. "Oh, McGinty, I don't know, McGinty. It's taking a lot of tests. I tell you, a battery of diagnostic procedures that would fell a lesser man. My very life force is being analyzed. I haven't got any answers yet. Confound it all. The very doctors are baffled. Their instruments fail them. All I know right now is that I'm in bad shape, very bad shape. My constitution is, in a word, compromised, utterly and irrevocably." He even managed to squeeze out a rather convincing whimper, punctuated by a dramatic shudder that made the cot creak ominously. "Oh, hi. Oh, for goodness sakes, Lieutenant Quickstep, my faithful aide, could you possibly raise my head a little bit? Will you? Please? My neck feels quite unsupported. I fear I may lose circulation to my brain." Quickstep, ever eager to demonstrate his competence, ever striving for flawless execution, rushed forward, navigating the treacherous terrain of paperwork and discarded cigar butts. "Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. A task of utmost importance for your comfort, Commodore. Here, I'll do it for you myself." He gently slipped a hand under Bumble's head, lifting it carefully, his movements precise and solicitous, as if handling a rare and delicate artifact. Bumble, momentarily enjoying the solicitous attention, the brief comfort being cradled like a fragile hothouse flower, murmured, "Oh, good. The gentle touch of competence is a rare thing in this chaotic world." Then, remember his role as the rapidly declining invalid, his performance far from over, he suddenly, dramatically, bellowed, his voice no longer a whisper, but roar that startled Chippy chuckles into a fresh jump. "Wait a minute, you bungling fool. My head, it's too high. Put it down. Put it down. You oaf. Push it down. Push it down. Push it down on the hard, unyielding ground. My head, on the hard, unyielding ground. For that is my fate. I deserve nothing less. My skull shall rest upon the very soil of my suffering. I got it. Can I break right back?" He paused, a momentary slip, his voice almost cheerful and lucid, then quickly corrected himself with another theatrical gasp and shudder. "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I say, my head feels light. The room is spinning. I feel faint. A sudden onset of dizzying despair." Finn McGinty, stifling a laugh, a broad grin splitting his face, leaned casually against the doorframe, completely unmoved by the theatrical spectacle unfolding before him. "He was just trying to make you comfortable, sir. A thoughtful gesture of consideration for your tender scalp, Commodore. After all, you know how genuinely concerned we all are about your delicate health." "Oh, yes, sir. Take it easy, Commodore. Remember how very, very sick you are, sir." His tone was perfectly respectful, even empathetic, yet carried just the slightest, almost imperceptible undertone of amused mockery, a subtle inflection that only Bumble himself, in his current state of paranoia, would fully appreciate. Bumble, hearing the subtle jab, the hint of playful sarcasm hidden beneath the facade of concern, glowered fiercely, his theatrical languor momentarily forgotten. His eyes, usually just bloodshot, now burned with genuine fury, narrowing to slits. "Chippy, give the admiral's assistant something for his insolent insubordinate and thoroughly impudent tone, a week's extra latrine duty, or a month's worth of peeling the gristliest, most recalcitrant potatoes we can find in the entire mess hall. Chippy, utterly confused by the rapidly shifting instructions and the ever-changing target of the Commodore's wrath, merely saluted. "Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I thought the situation was in neutral. Sir, a moment of peaceful respite. No offense intended, sir, to the esteemed admiral's assistant. Whoever he might be, sir. That's all you menace." Bumble roared, once again forgetting his supposed frailty as he half sat up on the cot, shaking his fist violently. "That's it, McGinty. You're right, McGinty. I am a very sick man. A gravely ill man whose time is running out faster than a rogue torpedo. The medics, those baffled purveyors of tinctures and poultices, they don't know how long I'm going to be in here, if indeed I survive this harrowing ordeal. So, while I'm away, while I teeter on the precipice of eternal slumber, I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander." He looked pointedly at Finn, his eyes boring into him with a malicious gleam. Expecting the penny to drop with the clang of a death knell, he savored the moment, the exquisite pleasure of delivering the fatal blow. Finn adopted an air of genuine understanding, his face a picture of sincere concern, though his eyes betrayed a twinkle of suppressed mirth, a barely concealed flicker of amusement. "Well, I understand, sir. A wise and prudent decision, Commodore, for a commander must ensure the seamless transition of authority, especially in times of such delicate health. And you can rest assured, sir, that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Quickstep all the help we can. He's a good lad. Quickstep. Good head on his shoulders, though he does fret a bit over requisition codes and the existential dread of unscheduled paperwork. Bless his meticulous, bureaucratic heart." He winked at Quickstep, who immediately flushed crimson, unsure whether to be flattered or further mortified. Bumble's purple hue returned, deepening with each word Finn uttered, until his face resembled a ripening eggplant, or perhaps a particularly bruised plum. He sputtered, momentarily speechless, before finding his voice again. Now a high-pitched shriek of outrage that seemed to threaten the integrity of the tin walls. "Quickstep? Quickstep, you say? That man can barely keep track of his own shoelaces, let alone the intricate logistics of an entire naval base. No, no, no. He's a boob. Yes, Quickstep is a boob. A complete, utter, unadulterated boob. He'd probably salute a coconut and then file a formal report on its insubordination. I'm appointing you the acting base commander, McGinty. Sir, you shall bear the mantle of command in my absence. Consider a promotion or a curse, depending on your perspective, you rascal." He punctuated his pronouncement with a triumphant, albeit shaky, fist pump. Finn McGinty's casual grin, a fixture of his face, a symbol of his generally laid-back attitude, finally faltered, replaced by a look of genuine, unfeigned horror. His jaw dropped, and he felt a cold knot form in his stomach. "Me? Oh, come on, Commodore. You must be kidding. With all due respect, sir. With every fiber of my being and every last ounce of my limited common sense. The last thing this atoll, this glorious bastion of Allied power, needs is me in command of anything more complex than a particularly unruly fishing line. My talents lie in the chaotic art of PT boat skirmishes, not the tedious ballet of administrative oversight. I am a man of action, sir, not paper pushing. It goes against my very nature." Bumble, now fully committed to his theatrical performance, rose from the cot with a surprising burst of frantic energy that would have put a man half his age to shame, and glared directly into Finn's eyes, wobbling slightly for added effect, as if overcome by a sudden gust of invisible, feverish wind. "McGinty, take a good look at me. Observe my fevered brow, my trembling hand. My very life force is draining away with every breath. Does this look like the face of a man who's kidding? I tell you, I am on the verge of dissolution, of ultimate collapse." Fine. Maintaining a straight face despite the almost irresistible urge to burst out laughing at Bumble's dramatic antics,